Welcome, everyone, to Constructed Chaos, where we run a D&D live stream every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time.
Woo!
We are back with our main campaign today, and I'm so excited. It has been an entire month, but we haven't taken a break from streaming because we have been running a bunch of side campaigns that are a little bit shorter. If you're interested in those, make sure to check the rest of the channel. We have playlists for all of them if you're interested in that. They all tie in directly to this main campaign, so it's cool to build a little bit of a library of lore as you watch through and see how all the different pieces connect and weave together. That said, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for free or become a member. Help support us. We really appreciate that. You can use chaos points to influence the game if you haven't been here before. It's a lot of fun, and we certainly appreciate it in more ways than one. Do also note that we are using the 2024 rules for all of our campaigns now, including the new DMG stuff. So we were just using the character options for a little bit, but now the DMG is out. I have access to it, and we are using that as well. No more flanking. It's gone. But while you cry over flanking, let's also take a look at our sponsor, Tabletop Beard. They are sponsoring us yet again. This week, I want to highlight the Necromancer Beard Oil again because it is so good. It smells like graveside lavender. And using code CHAOS20, you can get 20% off of your order for some of the best smelling beard products that I've ever used. And who cares how it's sourced? You know, the dead people weren't using it anyway. Their link is in the description if you want to check them out. Huge shout out to our friends over at Tabletop Beard. They are awesome. We love them.
They are awesome.
We also really love our friends over at Darkeport. They have been running streams on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time every single week. So you can do a D&D doubleheader if you're interested in watching our stuff and theirs. Theirs is a little bit more intense and realistic. It's gritty. I like it. I'm always there in the chat. So if you want to hang out with me, that's a good place to catch me as well. And finally, I won't forget this week, we have a comment to highlight from last session. This one comes from our good friend, Moon Goose McQueen. He said,
Goose McQueen.
he said, I like Drazad's complaint about adding to his to-do list after odds drop. Which, if you guys aren't familiar, our bard basically dropped somebody from 500 feet in the air and then asked the cleric to
revive them.
I totally could have did it myself, too.
Grim Reaper, welcome in the chat, man. 5 gifted memberships. We really appreciate seeing you. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the party, and welcome all of our new friends to the Chaos Crew. XIVM, 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, friend. You guys really know how to make a guy feel wanted. I really appreciate you guys. I'm excited to get back into this main campaign. I'm excited for you guys to be along for the ride. And this week, I won't forget to add your chaos points so you can spend them. With all that said, I think it's time to go ahead and
roll that beautiful beam.
You suck making it that long like that. Just leave me hanging. A cold wind blows in Raleigh, sweeping down from the northern tundra and setting a chill upon this peaceful valley. The ever-watchful silver eye of Tidris's chapel sways in the breeze, its gaze fixed upon you as you wander back into town. A haunting stillness wraps itself around the winding paths and barren fields, not unlike the final moments before a great storm. An omen of things to come. The dwarven priest claims to have foreseen such dark clouds, and it would seem that the oracle herself has woven together a similar fate. But in the grandeur of such worldly events, what becomes of the low folk who toil unaware of these great portents? Surely, such dire gleanings are meant for the strong, so that those who dwell in the shadows of mountains may yet be spared from the doom that hides in the hills. Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
I went ahead and added up our chaos points to our friends Grim Reaper and XIVM. XIVM, you are getting dangerously close to that chaos number, just so you know. It is getting a little scary there. So now that chat has seen the intro, and all of you have seen the intro, we rejoin our four adventurers following Tidris Hallow back into town, as he has informed you the best person to speak to about the town's well-being moving forward is Ingrid. Is there anything you all would like to do?
Who is Ingrid again?
She's like the town leader. Not really like the mayor per se, but
kind of like
the mayor.
Okay.
Kind of like the mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a mayoral campaign in this town. It's too small.
Yeah.
Yet there's not.
Not yet. So, as you all continue to wander into town, you stumble into the market square, which is sort of lively space of different stalls and shops. There is a number of different businesses surrounding, and of course the the Stone Watcher Inn, which is the inn that you guys had checked out previously, where some of your merchant compatriots are staying the night. As you wander into town, you see a lot more individuals here than you did prior. Many of them are in commoners' clothes, somewhat dirtied from a long day's work in the fields.
Remind me what city we're in right now.
You are in Rollick.
Rollick.
That's right.
Right on the north side of the mountains. We just came out.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
I didn't remember the name of it.
As you continue to wander through the market square, Tidris kind of turns back to you. Ingrid should be in the Stone Watcher Inn. I imagine she'll be getting back in from the fields here soon enough. Feel free to spend your time there if you like. That's where I'll be waiting. Or you can check out some of the market stalls here. I'm sure there'll be something that could help you out.
What happened to the Minotaur? He left.
He left ahead of you all.
Yeah, he's going to meet up with the Oracle. Over at...
He has basically told you that he's stationed within town.
Oh, that's what it was.
And so
they left him behind.
And it's a secret that the Oracle is heading to...
You guys know that.
Yeah,
yes.
but it's a
But that's what he
secret
told
to
us,
everyone
right?
else, I think.
Right.
It seems like he wasn't supposed to let
No,
us
he
know.
definitely wasn't.
Yeah,
supposed
so
to
the
say
truth.
that.
So the
Exactly.
truth, yeah.
That information is not public.
Right.
Are there
Makes
any
sense.
stalls that look like they're selling like rarities of any kind?
Precious
or...
gemstones. No.
Make an
Diamonds.
investigation check.
You fell into my trap.
Activated my trap.
That is 31.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
I will tell you.
Damn. There's a guy selling Tupperware and lamps.
Yeah.
I have a plus 13 to investigation.
Jesus.
I'm sending in
Oh
our
my God.
Chaos Crew chat.
This is my
There are
favorite.
a couple of shops in the market square, and with your 31, you're able to pretty quickly pick up on just about every piece of inventory that could be useful to you all. So 3 separate shops. There's the Rollick Market Square, which mostly just has a bunch of different stalls individually. And then there's the blacksmith and the general store. The general store has a lot of clutter, but you, with your 31, were able to spy quite a few good finds
Ooh.
as you kind of shop around.
I will tell you, Alex, this is very cool, but also I clicked on a link.
Yeah.
And then it prompted me to buy the Dungeon Master's Guide. And I was like,
Salesman
"Oh, you
tactics.
got me."
Okay, Riley, stop chewing on that. Get.
If anybody wants to type Bad Dog Riley in the chat. let
Right.
them know.
It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything.
I also noticed there's a lot of gemstones in these shops.
There are a few. There are a few.
That are way above Drizad's price range.
They're really close to Valot's.
But are there any shops in particular that catch your eye that you'd like to go and check out?
This black sapphire sounds bougie.
I would think originally, I mean, the market
Three
square
shops
would
to
probably
check out?
catch Valos' eye first, just because it's out in the open. He doesn't have to really go in anywhere.
Mhm. Which one you said?
The market square.
Yeah. So in particular, in the market square, most of what they have to offer is pretty run-of-the-mill, like daily supplies, but you do come across a few distinct items that could be useful to you. In particular, a +1 shield, a feather token anchor, and a few scrolls for different spells that you may or may not know.
That is what I'm looking at, them scrolls.
One of the stalls in particular, run by a human woman, has a number of gemstones laid out.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them look to be pretty worthless, like various bits of quartz, but she has one sort of up on a pedestal that is a star sapphire.
Oh,
Seems to glisten in the light.
Odd. I know you're looking for something to fill that hole in your sword.
And in my heart.
In your heart. Seems like she might have some stones.
Yeah, I saw this one over here, though. It's a black sapphire, right?
That's in one of the shops. That's in.
That's in the shop,
That's
yeah.
in the Shades Bounty General Store. No, the blacksmith.
It sounds like you guys are
do
just adding
blacksmith.
stuff for Drazad to do.
Yes, Drazad. Me and Valoth were talking, and we had a great idea. We want to...
That is not a good thing.
Yeah, but
It's
includes you.
actually a wonderful idea.
It's actually Valoth's idea.
Drazad
So
would
if
be
it
the
goes,
judge of that.
if it goes terribly wrong,
So, do you remember the staff that I had that channeled the wrath that is now in the dragon that we're trying to kill?
Right, the cursed staff that we tried to tell you not to hold on to, but you kept holding on to. And you
Oh,
didn't
well,
wanna
I
let
was
go of
cursed
now.
and I couldn't let go. So
Just like that
well,
necklace you have.
What about my necklace?
Nothing.
As he grips it tighter.
Nothing.
No, but forget about my stuff. So the wrath, Odd has some.
Oh, that substance that
Yes,
he keeps in the
yes.
bottle?
And that is
My
what
precious.
that is what the staff channeled. Now the staff itself had some other properties, but we all bathed in the wrath. We knew people who used the
did.
wrath, and much like our magics,
Mm-hmm.
I think it is the beholder that makes it evil, not necessarily in and of itself.
Right, of course. Yeah, the wrath just seems to be like entity of nature. if you
Yes.
will. Yeah.
So I was wondering if we couldn't infuse the wrath into a stone of some, maybe one of these, or maybe the blacksmith has something,
Drazad,
or
don't
one of your diamonds that you got.
think that. Hold on now.
Oh,
All I have is this thing, and I'm gonna pull out the crown that's got a bunch of stones in it.
Why don't we just put the crown in on his head and put the wrath in the whole crown?
These are not nearly as magical as. Would I know that? I mean, I'm going based off of price.
yeah, I was about to say,
Make an
does,
Arcana
does
check.
price equal
In the world
like
of clay.
rarity?
What do we have in chat?
You got high numbers. I mean,
Riley.
pick some
Yeah.
high.
Yeah, Grim just rolled us
I'm
a
gonna-
+6 here.
No, I'm gonna take the.
Oh,
I have
really?
a 1, so I'm
Ooh.
gonna take a roll. I'm gonna take a 10 for a 19 total. I have a +9. It's just
Okay. With your 19, you would ascertain that most of the time, gemstones are more valuable because they can hold better enchantments. But some of them are just prettier.
I mean, would I
What
know
would it-
if diamonds fall into that category?
Diamonds specifically are extremely useful as spell components. They're not necessarily as good at holding enchantments.
Oh,
Would
They
I
are
know?
physically hard but magically brittle in a way.
magically dense.
Jesus.
Would I know what gems would be better for like?
I would say Arcana check with advantage.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I help him with that?
I messaged in the group of something I want to buy. It's from the general store, so if no one... Do not pull those curtains down!
17.
Sorry, dog's trying to pull our curtains down now.
Boy.
That's a new thing.
If no one else wants to go to the general store, we don't have to, like, roleplay it. I want the dust of disappearance.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you're able to get that.
Okay.
That's
How
no
much
problem.
is that?
It was like 300, I think.
How y'all got all this? Oh, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna be a bank robber.
Did you roll your Arcana check with
17.
advantage? 17. You have a pretty firm understanding of what it takes to enchant things now. maybe not as a practiced enchanter, but somebody who's done it once or twice before, you would ascertain that, in particular, the black sapphire or the star sapphire would probably work extremely well for just about any enchantment you want.
Okay.
I believe there was a jet in there that
Yep.
might not be particularly well suited. And then the tourmaline and the crown that you have would probably work for most things. Maybe just not like the enchantment to end all enchantments.
And did you mention the black sapphire or no?
Yeah, the black
Yeah.
sapphire and the star sapphire.
Is there a sliding scale about like which one would be the best?
With your 17, you would ascertain that probably any enchantment that you're able to make at this level would be perfectly fine for a black sapphire or a star sapphire.
So the cheaper one.
So probably the cheaper one.
You know what's wild?
I'm
You know
gonna
what's- you know
buy.
what's
I'm
wild?
gonna buy the star sapphire.
Wait, hold on,
but
hold on.
I want to go talk to her.
You know what's crazy?
Huh.
I know this.
Oh,
No, so the only gem that I'm seeing right now that would really work for some kind of enchantment like that would probably be the black sapphire over there.
I want to buy the bestow curse, haste, and rope trick scrolls,
Yeah.
as well as the wand of the war mage. And as you're saying this, I'm walking up with a bunch of shit on my arms.
I don't know if we'll have enough Drazag.
I have 300 gold left if we need it.
I have to do math. I don't know how much I have left after all.
Yeah.
As you walk away, the tiefling market, the stall owner, pleasure doing business with you.
Oh,
Thanks.
yeah.
Just about cleared out my stock. I've been building that up over years, but hope it serves you well.
Oh, yes, it is going to be quite wonderful.
I look over at Valov. I'm like, I don't think we're gonna have enough.
Look, okay, fine. The star sapphire.
I mean, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Like it
I
costs.
have 300 gold I can get.
We need the black. We need the other sapphire.
Do we have anything we can trade?
I would like to talk to that merchant.
No, we
it's the
definitely
same
can-
merchant. It's the same merchant that he bought
The
all that
star
stuff.
sapphire or the black sapphire?
The star.
The star sapphire is a different merchant. It's a human woman.
So one of them has a star, and one of them has a.
Yes.
Black sapphire.
Okay.
Fine. There's not just one.
Well, the
best
scroll,
of
the scrolls
best.
were from the person who has a star sapphire.
Yeah. And
That's
wand
all
of the-
in the market square. It's
Oh,
not
so
on-
Yeah,
I see
yeah,
what you're
it's
saying.
like
I see
just
what
all
you're saying. The
around
same
there.
shop. Okay, so that's 800.
Sorry, chat. I made it a little
Yeah,
confusing.
Shopping episode. 1,040 for that,
Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
and then
What
I
is that
just need
qual
crochet.
feather token anchor? Because it did not. It's
2,060.
the anchor one. If you attach it to like a vessel, there's no way for that vessel to be moved until you tap the token again and remove it.
Oh, interesting.
What you laughing at?
What a like night twist. I like.
I
Jeez.
twist out. You don't have the
Jesus.
airship.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
that's dirty.
Yeah.
Whenever I read the description of it, I was like, "Fuck, fuck you, Alex."
That's dirty.
I'm also gonna buy the scroll of tidal wave. That was also in my arms.
Okay.
I did the math. I still have enough money.
Do you need a back for that, sir?
So
It's only a few gold.
so when you say market square, it's a bunch of merchants, right?
Wait.
It's at least
It's not.
three.
It's
It's a bunch of different
so I couldn't
stalls.
like tell them. I couldn't haggle one of them saying like, "Look at all the stuff we bought from you." Like,
that is from a different stall
Okay,
in particular.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't be able to be like, oh, we're buying all of these items from you.
yeah.
It's all different people.
I'm just making sure I don't have these spells. Okay.
Is the hole in the pommel big enough for both of these sapphires?
It would fit one.
Could you make the pommel
What?
hold both of the sapphires?
Could I do what?
Make the pommel of the sword hold both of the sapphires.
The star and the black, or there's two
Yes.
stars?
No, there's a black and a star.
Why would
Well,
there's
I now don't have
if
nearly
you-
as much money as I used to.
Oh, if we first off, if we don't have the money for the black sapphire, we definitely cannot afford both of them.
I was gonna try and see if I could. I was gonna see if I can haggle with this guy and like make a deal.
There's a 4,000 gold difference between the two. I don't. Okay, I look.
No, we need both.
you. I'm going to let you handle that. I will handle the forging.
Gotcha.
Can I? Yes, I could probably handle that. Yes.
Is that doable? I guess. Like, would you allow that if we can get both?
I will say make a smithing tools check, Drazad.
Oh yeah.
That is
I'm
strength
about to
based.
say- I'm about to roll. I'm like,
So add your proficiency in your strength mod.
Red said, okay, smithing tools. Got it. The
21.
bard.
ooh.
You can, you can craft just
Drazad
about
can do
anything.
anything.
But having a pommel that big at the base of the sword might throw off the balance of such a
Oh, good
well-crafted blade.
Well, but Drazad was thinking maybe like a look me arguing with the DM.
Yeah.
Drazad was thinking like maybe add like a weird
Argue
like a
with the DM in character.
like not the fleur de lis thing, but like like a almost like a cage
The
at the
basket,
bottom,
you
but that had
think?
like 3 gems. That way it balances. It's 3. Like a Triforce at the bottom.
Oh, you're saying to have it have a setting.
Yeah.
Right, but like yes, exactly.
ring.
Yes.
I will allow you to do whatever you want, but with your 21, you definitely understand that having that much weight at the bottom could throw off the balance.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna like throw off your swings a little
That's
bit.
not
but
good. No.
yeah.
So yeah,
We should definitely do
every
one.
swing with that would just have like a little.
How
bit
much money do we have?
disadvantage.
I'm just saying Drazad can do everything. Drazad has 80 gold. You're
80
not
gold,
touching
no.
my gold.
Flora, how much money you got?
I got 300.
Okay. And you spent all your money.
He's shocked before you could touch it.
I have 1,000 still. So in my brain, when we were doing shopping, dude, I had a lot of money. As you will learn, this Valif likes artifacts and rare things.
Well, it depends on which Valak
don't
we
say.
have. Apparently.
Yeah, don't say. Yeah.
So I was like, we're in the stalls. I'm gonna look through. As soon as I kind of realize what I want as Sam, that's about how long Valif would have taken.
Are
to
you
buy
not
stuff.
Pirate Valoth just stealing shit right now?
No, because
No.
I don't have to fly the ship, so I get to be other ones now.
But we like pilot.
Well, he was also a pilot.
Pirate Valoth.
Drazad is
because
basically gonna have to
he
become
steals
Pirate
things
Valak.
and has money.
So what is the verdict? What are we doing?
I don't think we have enough money, and I think I'm gonna try and buy the Star Sapphire. But I would like to. I would like to see where they are on their price, like gauge how long they've had it.
How long
This
it's been for sale.
is my prized possession. I bought it off of a traveling merchant years ago, and ever since it has been the centerpiece of my quaint little market shop.
Oh my god,
here.
wait, Drazad has a question. Was it the Tabaxi woman?
Ooh.
No.
Thank God. Okay, the sapphire's real. It's
Oh
not
my
fake.
God.
You get stabbed.
As soon as was it the Tabaxi woman? He just stabs me in the chest.
This in particular
Takes
was,
off a mask. It's her.
was sold by a young gnome from Imsford, I believe, traveling through, trying to get a little bit of extra money in their pocket. It was a family heirloom. Very precious to them, very precious to me.
What was his name?
You're son of a bitch.
Well, we're just trying to figure out if we know him.
If I need to hate this man or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ow.
Vint.
Bent.
Why does this sound familiar?
It's the
It's not.
opening that a frog uses the bathroom out of.
What?
I hate you so much.
What did you say?
Oh God.
Frogs don't have butts, they have vents.
They have
basic-
vents, yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Sorry, y'all. This is what happens when we don't have this session for a month.
Yeah, that's
Jason96 is asking, what did I miss?
Yeah.
That
biology lesson. Yeah.
biology
Frogs
lesson.
have vents.
I couldn't possibly let it go for anything less than, you said the Star
300
Sapphire?
gold?
Yeah.
1,000 gold.
1,000.
I think you said 300.
I mean, you get.
A lot less than 1,000.
I mean, I look at her and I look at her, and I'm like, yeah, it's probably not worth it.
It's certainly worth it.
Well, I'm just not sure. Like
I've held on to this for a long time.
And
And in a
that's
way,
the-
it's kind of become,
that's the problem.
it's become a bit of a mascot for the shop.
I know, but that's
It
the
draws
problem.
a lot of eyes. And so in that way, it's even more valuable to me. So I am unwilling to come down on the price.
Hmm.
I'm sure you understand.
I kind of do, but at the same time, you having it for a long time makes it seem like it's undesirable.
I think it makes it seem exclusive, like it might not be for sale. Many people come here just to ogle this one specific jewel,
Mm-hmm.
and they leave with others, but it gets them in the door.
Gotcha.
Can I insight check that?
You can.
What about if we replaced it?
What do you have to replace it?
I hold the crown.
That's nice. A little diminished. I see I'd have to work through some of the patina on the gold bits, but our blacksmith in town should probably be able to help. I could maybe add that to the total and bring it down to 700 gold.
Where was she at before?
1,000.
I got a 22 on inside.
23.
She's being truthful. She might be stretching it a little bit because she does not want to come down in the price.
Yeah.
But she's honest. It does definitely draw a lot of attention, as it has with you all.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell her to hold on. I'm gonna say I'm not sure. Let me think about it.
All right.
And then I want to go over.
Well, you know where to find me.
Yeah, I want to go over to the place with the black sapphire.
Okay, that is the burnt stew blacksmith, I believe.
And I'm dragging Drazad with me.
No, definitely coming with you.
Like-
As we're walking, I'm just like, Drazad was thinking we would have to like sleep or something, but Drazad could just make them give it to us.
I mean, I could do that too, Drazad, but these.
And Balthazar goes, "Oh, I was just in there. I bought this really cool wand from that blacksmith. Look at it. It's so ornate."
You're like Harry Potter walking down Diagon Alley with all the stuff.
You know, I don't get many wands in the shop, but I'm happy to let one go to a gifted mage. He certainly looked the type. Wingardium Leviosa.
He's
all that.
flicking it around.
You keep shaking that thing. I don't think that's how you use it.
He's like,
If you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it.
he's looking down the business end of the wand. He's like, "Ooh."
I gotta walk in, I take it, I turn around.
I think we just saved his life.
So, tell me about this giant stone you have.
That's a black sapphire. It's really high quality, very dense. I'm not much in the way of an enchanter, but I hang on to it in case I do come across one that wants to maybe attach it to one of my weapons.
That's
It's
smart.
good for that. It'll take kindly to just about any enchantment you put in. Plus, it's beautiful, especially when you hold it up to the light. Here, it looks like just regular jet, but he takes it outside and opens the door, holds it up to the light, and you see like an array, almost like a starry swirl inside of it, like it actually already has a bit of magic in it.
I was like, this
You-
isn't
you have
obsidian, right?
identified?
You wouldn't know, yeah.
Always.
Can my friend see that for a second? We're not gonna take it out of here.
Come back in the shop first.
Yeah.
You just
He
Of
puts
course.
it puts it down on the table, and he holds out a loop for you to look through if you want to inspect the gem.
Drazad says.
I mean, can I touch it? Because I think I have to hold it to
You
cast
can.
identify.
Drazad has
I'll-
identified too.
Usually, people want to look at it with their eyes.
I'll look it up with my eyes.
You see
You
yourself.
see the feint of a third eye appear on Valor's head as his eyes are closed.
Oh. That would work. Yeah.
A sort of an eye.
That is creepy as hell.
And then after 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, it's a black sapphire. It doesn't have any magic on it already, but it certainly looks like it would be receptive to enchanting.
It's as we thought.
Yeah.
It's a rock.
All right.
It would be very receptive to enchantments, though.
Right.
I know that's what we're looking to use it for.
Yes.
How much is the black sapphire again?
5,000 gold pieces.
Is this your final price for this thing?
I mean, I know it's probably one of the most expensive things in here.
No, it is. Hands down. Whole town. We've been around.
It's close.
I don't know why it's one of the
No,
most
he's got
expensive things.
the cold resistance armor. That's more.
That is just a regular piece of black obsidian.
What did you have in
You want
mind?
the sapphire?
I'm not nearly that much. Like just
I can come down a little. But
yeah.
I'm
What
not
were you
coming
thinking?
down.
Like 10% or something?
Yeah, maybe 4,500 gold.
Right.
That's how much
For
we
a
can come down.
Piece of
We can
obsidian?
afford
It's not.
500.
It's a sapphire.
No. I'm talking about coming down to 4,500 gold.
Oh,
Right.
I'm not letting this walk out of my store for any less than that.
What if it floated out of your store?
well, now we seem.
That sounds like a veiled threat.
Right.
Are you trying to intimidate me?
no.
He said
No.
This level 20 blacksmith, like,
No.
If I see that gem floating out of the store, I'll know who to find.
No, I did not. Sorry, I did not mean that in like a threatening
And not
way.
only do I make good
just said it
weapons,
couldn't-
I know how to wield them.
That's great. So does Razad. You just said it couldn't walk out of your store for that much. So I didn't know if that was like a play on words of like that's how you get the special discount if like you can magic it, you know.
No, I don't know if you just came over from the Feywild or something, but that's not how we run things here.
No, Razad is from Krafheim.
Rafheim,
Yes.
you've come all the way here,
Here and many other places.
making
With
your way
these three.
to Gonladier, I take it?
As of right now,
Walking
yes, that is
fast.
where we are planning to head.
Make a persuasion check.
Hey, Caleb, did you add the dice roll to the into the?
The 7 and the 6?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
In
I
fact,
got the 15.
let's get crazy. 24.
Ooh.
I have a +0.
I tell you what, I could come down a good bit in the price. As you can imagine, traveling's a bit hard for me. And I've been wanting to get the eye of Gonladier on some of my wares. If you have admission into the city, which is notoriously hard to get, you could get some of my work in front of one of the smiths there, I would be quite grateful. I'd be willing to come down to 2,500 gold for the black sapphire.
Oh yeah,
Can we afford that?
he's got 1,000.
I
you
got 1,600.
I've got 80
I
gold.
have
You're not
300.
touching my gold.
He said 2,500. You have 1,000.
Yeah.
I could throw in 1,500.
And I have to.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. Okay.
Wait. I'm gonna pull him off to the side. Do we think?
I've pulled my biggest trump card.
I know. I understand. I understand. I'm just conflicted, Drizzy.
Do we spend 700?
It's not even that. It's
Or-
like it's not even that. The price doesn't even matter. And I pull Val off it. And I'm like, I'll look around.
He's
and
now looking at Flora like,
yeah, Floor's not
No,
in here.
That's your
if
deal.
you're asking
guy.
Veloff,
yeah.
Floor's not in here, so I'm like,
get the
I
rarer
get her.
one.
I mage hand to grab Flora and bring her in here. Yeah. So now
I'll
we're
be right back.
yeah we're all four like in a head huddle in the corner. Okay, it's not even about the price.
They can probably hear us.
That's fine.
If you want my opinion, you get the rarer one always.
Yeah, I was wondering.
God said that from the get-go.
Does it symbolize something? Right? Does the clear, the pure, the
the
star
stat-
one?
The staff and the wrath and everything was very dark.
Right.
I would wonder if wrath might be more attuned to something that dark.
Obsidian is literally a piece of solid black rock.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But is that bad?
Is that bad?
No, what
You get
I'm
what I'm
saying
saying?
is potentially the gem is, if it's clear, it might be like you were saying, it might be like better to a degree. I don't know. Obsidian's never been evil.
I mean,
in
yeah, with
opinion.
my investigation, or Arcana check, rather.
powers
or,
combined.
yeah, would we?
can
I know
we-
you said they're basically the same, but now looking at it from the mindset of like, do dark gemstones sometimes cause evil, and do light ones sometimes cause good?
No, it has more to do with the enchantment that you place
Yeah.
on it.
Okay.
The gemstones just typically have like a threshold for what level of enchantment
Gotcha.
they can hold. And
So
in
you were right.
particular, again, you feel like at your level with your prior arcana check that the black sapphire and the star sapphire would work out to be pretty similar.
They have different caps, but we are not at the caps that it matters. Is what I think what you're saying.
That is
right?
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Right, like we're
Yeah.
not putting a wish spell in
Yeah.
this gem.
Yeah.
But if we get help at Gonladier,
But if I can put the wish spell,
that's
I will.
what that's what I'm saying. If we get help at Gonladier from
Well,
somebody,
then yes, it would be better to have the one with the higher capacity.
okay, then we go with that one. And then I break the huddle. I'm like, okay, team, hands in.
Ready.
Ready.
Break.
Go.
Ready? Give me your gold.
Yeah. No, the
Yeah, he
funny thing
pops
is,
in and he-
the funny thing is,
He's already
we-
mage handed out.
yeah,
of his
yeah, I
pocket.
already have it. Yeah, it's already out of your pocket.
He already took it.
Yeah. I walk up to the guy and I'm like, I appreciate everything you're doing for us. And we are going to Gonladier and we are trying to really save the world. And I know you probably hear that a lot, but from adventurers heading into the mountain. But we're going the other way, and we will show your wares in Gonladir.
We
Yeah.
may even enchant this gemstone while we're there.
That's our plan, is we're going to enchant this thing. So I think this is the best way to go, and we're going to pay you the 2,500 and show your wares.
All right. I think that's a fair enough deal. We'll
Right.
shake on it. He clasps your forearm as gives you a firm shake. He turns around and begins packaging up one of the halberds that he's crafted. He takes what appears to be a set of calipers, closes them over the item, and slams a mallet on top of it. As he pulls them away, you see magically etched into the halberd is a small symbol. And as he turns it back to you, he says, "Now, you all seem like a trustworthy bunch, but just so you know, we can find this weapon if it goes missing and doesn't go exactly where I expect it to go."
So your instructions are to take it there, show it to the makers, and what was your name? And what's the name of your shop? Like,
My name is Torvald. This is
Torvald,
the
I'm a-
Burnt Stew Blacksmith.
I want to sell this thing, right? I'm going to sell this to those guys.
Maybe just let them know I'm the blacksmith from Rollick.
Okay.
They'll know.
Yeah. And do you want me to leave it there?
Leave it there for them to inspect. You put it in front of any of the Forge Masters.
Oh, I'm going to put it in front of all of the Forge Masters.
I much appreciate it.
Yeah.
It might be a little harder than you expect, but I'm happy that you're so eager.
Got it.
All right. So you guys walk out happy with a black sapphire ready for enchanting.
Oh, and I'll let Torvald know. I'll be like, I don't know if you are aware of the sending spell, but I can communicate with you from long distances. So I'll
I
keep
appreciate
you updated.
that.
Yeah,
Our
absolutely.
priest in town should be able to
And it was
help me out.
Torvald, and what was the name of the
The
Vent.
black stew.
Oh,
the black
Burnt
stew?
stew. Burnt stew.
Burnt stew.
I will
Forge.
never forget.
Yeah, Sam will never forget that name.
Why?
It's an inside joke.
is it really burnt stew?
Yep. Yep.
Like spelt like burnt
Yep.
stew?
Mm-hmm.
Just as you would
know
think.
the inside joke.
When we went snowboarding, there was a trail called Burnt Stew. I fell and I
Oh.
either collapsed along or got altitude sickness immediately after that, and it ruined the rest of my
Story.
trip. On the trail called Burnt Stew.
You
So
got messed
it
up.
burnt my stew.
I've heard that story. Not.
Yeah, without
I
the
didn't
name
know
of the
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't know the name of the trail.
Yeah.
As you now exit the shop with this black sapphire in hand, you go to hold it up to the sun once again, but realize that the light has actually diminished quite a bit in your time within the shop. It's not quite sunset, but the sun is beginning to hang low. Some of those amber hues are starting to permeate the atmosphere, and as it so happens, the light falls almost directly onto the Stonewatch Inn, where you see a number of the townsfolk beginning to gather. You can tell there's quite a lot of talking happening within. Not sure if this is a regular occurrence, something that happens every day, or if perhaps Tidris has started to gather some of the people from around town.
Who's Tidris again?
Tidris is the priest
I
that was getting shaken down by the...
Does-
Yeah.
Does anyone have use for this? I'm gonna hold up the staff of warning. Because
So-
now I have this, and I hold up
Well-
the wand of War Mage.
the interesting thing is not a staff of warning gives the whole party advantage.
Why?
That's they
With the new rules.
revamped and
Oh, if I tune to it,
it gives the whole party or anybody within 30 feet. In
Yeah.
that is
An
friendly.
ally.
It's
Within-
better
yeah.
because of that, but also surprises and is powerful, so it
correct.
yeah
it balanced out.
It balanced
Yeah.
out.
I don't have
Yeah.
anything attuned, so I can take it if you need.
You would just
You
have
want
to
it?
be attuned to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to be proficient; you just have to be attuned to it.
Right, that's what.
You could be like
Yeah, take it
Donatello.
then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I know.
It's always on your back. You're like, you know.
He's also a techie guy, so he could be like Donatello.
He starts to pop.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll you have that
Sweet,
now.
I'll take that.
You're gonna add it. I'm gonna.
So what is everyone doing now?
Yeah.
Well, we have Valos Strand that we can pass around. Like
So I was doing some light reading.
Oh, go ahead.
Just 5 seconds ago. I don't think I can use it the way that I used it last session.
So What?
The only way people can read it is, from what I'm reading about it, is that they have to have decode thoughts. I didn't notice that in the spell before, but I was
That's
just
okay.
reading it to see how
We
long
know
it
now.
lasts. Yeah. But you have to have you either have to have encode thoughts to be able to read it, or like detect thoughts or some other kind of mind reading spell.
But for you, it's free. It's just...
Yeah, because I have encode thoughts, that's what makes the strand. So I can also then read it back in if I wanted to, or
Yeah.
read any that I come
okay.
across. Yeah. So, I mean, we can say that the cleric had either detect thoughts or encode thoughts.
I think that's reasonable. And I think he could at least vouch for you.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay. As you approach the Stonewatch Inn, you see a sturdy stone building with a thatched roof and a carved wooden sign depicting a bundle of wheat. The smell of hearty stew wafts past you, inviting you to open the door. Inside, the inn is warm and cozy with wooden beams, a roaring fireplace, and tables filled with locals enjoying their meals in good company. The old dwarven innkeeper greets you with a friendly smile and a frail nod as her many braids of hair stiffly shake around her wrinkled eyes. What would you all like to do? You see Tidris actually at the bar talking with a couple of other people, almost like, I promise they'll be here. Just have a seat. We'll talk about it soon.
Does everybody stop talking when we walk in?
You see a few people, even without a perception check, like turn to kind of eyeball you and look you up and down, but you're not the only strangers here. You do see the merchants are here as well. There have been a lot of fresh faces today. You're one of a number.
I think I would probably walk up to Tidris and... Tidris, my friend, what is going on? What is...
Well, I sent word out through the town to gather up most of the prominent members of our little community. We're here waiting on Ingrid. She usually gets in a little late, but if you'd like, we could start to break the news.
Yeah.
All right, then. Everyone, if I could have your attention here. If you don't know me, you must not be from here. And if you're not from here, I'm Tidris. I'm the parishioner of the little chapel on the hill. Those of you who are locals know that I've sent many a caravan into Hollow Hall, looking for a way through and, more importantly, signs of a bright light that could save us from a dark day coming. I hate to say, but there's no easy way to, so I'll just say it. The dark day, I believe, is upon us. You hear a few gasps kind of fall over the room. A few other people kind of begin whispering. This guy's always talking about this.
I'll step in and I'll say, and I'll kind of back him up. I was like, he speaks the truth, and not only our party, but the merchants that we just walked through have seen the horror that is to come. What's the ranger?
Oh, Hondi.
Hondi.
Hondi said,
I would say,
I can attest to this. I've seen a number of things inside of that hall that I would rather not face again, but if they say danger's on the move, then I believe them, and I've seen it firsthand on the other side of this mountain as well.
Big dragon.
You hear, I'll have you roll a persuasion check, straight roll. Yeah.
Big
dragon.
Well, what if I say it's a very big dragon?
Yeah.
Does he get advantage?
It's pretty high tail, and they don't know you.
Chat.
Oh no, the natty one.
Yeah.
Thanks, chat. You're saving the story here.
No joke. For a 25.
Okay. As you look out across the crowd, you see most of them believe you. As they begin to sort of look around, a big dragon?
Huge.
Is it mean? Is it aiming
Yes.
for us? It's coming
horrible.
here?
Yeah.
Why would it come here?
Well, I don't
it's
think
coming everywhere.
Yeah, I'm like, it doesn't necessarily. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's my line.
It's
Look,
completely
I don't
lost
think it
on Bella.
necessarily wants to kill you in that guy who's yelling like that. I don't think it necessarily wants to kill or assimilate you individually, but as much as it wants to encompass the world.
It truly is a threat of the era. I believe it's come time to have you all leave our homes here. I know that may be hard. And you hear at this point, like, a number of people begin an uproar, and almost on cue, the Minotaur that you had a little spat with earlier walks in the door and sits down at one of the booths in the back, makes a big show of it. And as he does, one of the townsfolk points out, "This is all your fault, isn't it? They brought you here! You brought trouble to our doorstep here in our town!" And the chaos erupts at this point. People are practically foaming at the mouth. Some people are panicking, beginning to grab up what they came in with, trying to hurry up and finish their food, whatever they can stomach for the road before they head out. Some people are calling out Tidris for his tall tales and what it has brought to this town. And as things begin to reach a fever pitch, I'll say that I'll have all of you make a perception check in this chaos here.
The dice giveth.
26.
Ooh, nice. Better than your
Oh God, yeah.
persuasion. That's
17.
28.
Period. 19.
Okay. I would say then all of you, amidst all this chaos, are almost able to look out above the sea of it. Many of them are dwarven, so it's quite easy. And you see someone walking in the door behind Kurtarok. A middle-aged dwarven woman with a wide-brimmed straw hat lined with cloth that hangs over her back. Her modest clothes are stained with sweat, and her shirt sleeves are rolled to reveal her dirt-covered hands and forearms. And as everyone is shouting, she rears back her small frame and shouts over them, "Nine hells! Will everyone just take a breath? Imagine working the soil out of the snow just to come here to find timbers flaring hot enough to melt the ice. I see a lot of fresh faces here, so why don't we start with all of you? What the hell is going on?"
Big evil dragon on its way to take over the world.
Tidris.
By the way, hi. I'm Flora.
Yeah.
Allow me to introduce
Yeah.
There's odd here.
the company that just made it through Hollow Hall.
Right.
All on their own. Escorting merchants, no less. They bring news from the other side, and it sounds dire, Ingrid. I have to be honest with you. Well, Tidris, you certainly carry a reputation about you for lying, but we've known each other long enough.
We killed the Medusa.
Excuse me?
Yeah, odd. Pull it out. Show her.
Oh, careful.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Yeah, I pull out the head.
Ew. You hear
It-
gasps
Yeah,
ripple through the crowd.
It wasn't like turning things to stone, not like.
no, as
Yeah.
just a...
Yeah. It ain't like the.
It itself is stone.
Right, exactly,
Okay, but,
yeah.
we're not gonna accidentally.
It doesn't
the
turn
entire
people to
town.
stone like the movie, right?
Mhm.
Okay, good.
As soon
I
as
think we
those
covered
gasps
that
sort of
before.
ripple through, you hear low murmurs, and then it begins to erupt into a cacophony of voices again. Ingrid calls out, "Calm down, the lot of you!"
I look at her and I was like, may I?
Absolutely.
And
Be my guest.
I'm like, everybody look here, and I cast hypnotic pattern across there. Yeah,
you Men in Black.
I did, yeah, I did.
It's the second time you've done that.
Everyone look right here and
3, 2, 1. Everyone say cheese.
So in times like these,
And as soon as like everybody's like, I snap it off, like to just bring him back.
I like to remind the people of this town that when Rolig was founded, we, the Stone Watchers, were some of the first here. We watched over Hollow Hall, expecting some great evil to come out of it. And this is not far from that truth, is it? It's not far from that legend. We've lived our whole lives knowing this day might come. And now I think some of you have let it got the better of you. So, let's take our time and consider our options. Obviously, I would not force anyone out of house and home, but I would be remiss not to urge the people I care about to leave for safety. So, we could stay, or we could go to Gonladir. You hear a few people begin to kind of talk amongst themselves. Never let us in.
Gonladir?
Hall is also pretty.
Yeah, we cleaned
Safe,
out Hollow
yeah.
Hall pretty good.
We didn't get surefire permission to Gonladir, right? Didn't think.
So,
All right, I just had to
As-
Permission? We don't need permission.
Yeah. We
as you bring up Hollow Hall, Tidris chimes in. Again, I'm not sure that leading an entire common folk community into Hollow Hall is the best idea. Whether you cleared it out of the demons that
The
laid
curse.
waste to it before,
I pointed to Medusa.
there are plenty of other dangers there in Hollow Hall.
Well, that's
Yeah.
fair. I mean, we could help escort you all. We are going to Gonladir for a price.
But what about your
And you have permission to get into Gonladir.
Yes.
Deception.
I don't even break. I was like, yes, I do.
Because that's where we're going to.
Riley, come here, buddy.
27.
Well then, that's a rarity for sure. I was beginning to think you might need to take someone along with you. And she looks over to Tidris. She sort of says it under her breath, so the rest of the room doesn't hear it. But Tidris sort of cuts her a glance and looks back down at the ground.
I was like, what about your vision, Tigers? Like, you're not going to leave this place, huh?
I can't.
Yeah.
I need to stay here. Of course I care about the people, and if you've got an invitation, is it extended to the lot of you?
I will, like, pull him to the side and be like, I just said that, but like, I was going to talk my way in. If you can write us an invitation, that would be great.
He kind of gives a telling look over to Ingrid as he leans back into you. I'm afraid it doesn't really work that way. I've got a way in, but I've got to be there, and I can't leave here.
So we have a problem and we have a solution. We need to find somewhere in the middle.
I'm sorry, I just can't help you.
What's your way in?
Ingrid, you'll do best to talk to them.
What's
as
your way in?
He begins to sort of half say something, and he shakes his head and begins to walk out. As Kurtarak sort of looks him over and turns his head, and then looks to your group as he now makes his way over.
The Minotaur?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's where I was going next, actually. I'm like, how you
What,
feeling, man? Hey, y'all patch up?
I've been better.
I
he's all
cast
patched
healing
up.
word on him again.
Our mutual acquaintance. Who is he? Ingrid chimes in. He's a man of importance in this town. It's what you need to know.
Who y'all talking about?
Tidris.
Oh.
So, Tidris.
Tidris has walked out of
Tidris.
it.
just
Oh,
walked away.
damn. I was looking up something.
You can go walk and catch him.
Yeah. I'm going to run out and try to catch up. Because he
send
said
it
he's
in.
not coming with us, right?
Yeah.
What about the Minotaur? Can you get us in there? Because you know who is there?
Never mind.
I cannot leave my post. It's my sworn duty to stand sentinel should the forces of Imsford turn north.
I checked on. I didn't go catch him. But
XIBM, thank you for the 19!
Thanks.
Hell
you,
yeah.
I mean, could you send a message?
I could send word on ahead, though I'm not sure it would help.
Well, if they were invited, I mean, we have information that they need.
Also,
You perhaps.
she-
An entire town of people, perhaps not.
she, given what she is, maybe she knows we're coming.
Could we cut with the secretivism? I'd like to know exactly what's going on.
This
Is that just random?
I look at the Minotaur.
this is,
I look,
Ingrid.
yeah, I look at
Oh.
the Minotaur.
Oh,
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Oh, you talking to me or are you talking to her?
He's talking to her.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, okay, and I started getting undressed.
Please.
Yeah.
I've seen enough of what you can do. As Ingrid now looks to him, Tidris is, he's a childhood friend. My family's been here for generations. It's really just him. He's from Gonladir. Left his life behind there. When he had a vision.
He told us that, right?
Yeah, he told us about his vision.
Yeah.
Town thought he was crazy when he first turned up.
that is fair.
Now maybe not so much.
Yeah, I was about to say, he sounds completely sane to me.
No, there's literally like a possessed obsidian.
So much so
dragon
that
flying around somewhere.
after we do what we got to do in Gonladir, I think we're going back in the mountains to find this light he's talking about.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I maybe shouldn't tell you
God
this.
said we had to go to Gonladir.
Yeah. Then he was not wrong.
No, it's not right.
But if he's needed to get these people to safety, perhaps you can persuade him. His real name is Tidris Rolthar, of the clan of Rolthar. That name carries some weight.
Mm.
And hearing this, you see Kurtarok sort of huff out really loudly as he begins to storm out of the door in much the same way that he stormed earlier.
I look at her, I'm like, what's wrong with him?
Wow.
What's he mad about?
I'm not sure.
He seems
He's
to
not
be
been here for very long, and
big baby.
it's the most he's talked to me since arriving.
You know. I'm sorry. You were
Oh,
gonna
go ahead.
say something. I was just saying, you know his vision, right?
Of course. He's told it to me many a time.
Remind me, he said that it starts off with him guiding the people to safety and then him staying behind. Correct?
As I understand it, it starts with him sending people into the mountain.
Into the mountain, yeah.
Maybe not to safety, and certainly hasn't worked out that way thus far.
That's fair.
I'd say some people even grew weary of Tidris over the years, seeing him send so many people to their dooms.
Tidris is the one that just walked off huffing.
No, that's the Minotaur.
The Minotaur.
Tidris is
Tidris-
Kurtarok is the Minotaur, Tidris is the dwarf. Oh, it's okay.
There's a
It's a
lot of
lot.
names. Yeah,
it is. And
there's
they're all like,
there's 3 different people having
Yeah.
a conversation back and forth.
I'm trying to keep it pretty
No,
reined
it's
in,
good,
but
it's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
the accents are different enough. I'm just confusing them.
Yeah.
And the Minotaur is the one that's like new.
Minotaur's the
Area.
Weaver, the one that dropped out of the
That's
sky.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All butthurt because we beat his ass.
Sweet, right?
But I know his heart. I know he would not send people to their certain dooms if he could help it.
Do you know his heart? He's new to this area?
I don't know Kurtarok's heart. I know Tidris'
the
heart. We're
Minotaur,
childhood
yeah.
friends.
The other one's been here for a while.
That's quite all right. You're new here. I don't expect you to know everyone every time.
What do you think? Do you think your people would be safer in Gonladir or in the mountain? These are your people.
Well, we're not
They look-
much for fighters.
They look to you for.
I think the blacksmith could maybe hold his own there. But I've seen brave men run into that mountain and not come back.
We're not asking you to go.
He almost did, but he's good.
I don't think we're asking you to go dungeon delving into this mountain. You could set up a small settlement right by the inside of those doors, right?
And being just inside would keep us safe enough from the impending doom of a dragon and whatever
That's a
army
good
marches
point.
with it.
Touche.
But yes, and setting up outside might clue them in that there are people in there.
Yeah.
I
When they
think
do make it
personally
inside.
that our best bet would be going to Gonladir. I think the clan of Rothar has been secretive lately, but they must at least know what's happening. Should we not be able to get in, could continue onwards to Palom. It'd be a dangerous trek this early in the season,
How
but
far is Palom?
That's in Turasil.
a town-sized caravan, about a week, probably. maybe longer, depending on the weather. To Gonladier, if
How
we
long would-
hustle, we might get there in
I was about to say, how
a
long
few
would
days.
How long would it take us with a small contingency?
To Palome?
To Gonladier.
To Gonladier, I think you could make it in a couple days.
So not that much longer with the big group.
Like I said, if
No,
we have less,
To Gonladier, you said it would be a week.
No, Palome is a week.
Palome is a week. Gonladier would be a few
Palome's
days with a
further.
large
All right,
caravan.
Okay, gotcha.
We could push the beast of burdens for a short stint.
These
So
are
if
your
we go further than Gonladier, we could be in trouble.
these are your people. I mean,
These are people I know.
yeah.
I am in no way their leader, but they trust me.
I think you are their default leader because you possess the leadership qualities, even though you're not the proclaimed leader.
I do owe that a lot of that to Granny Gwyneth. She captured the hearts of this town long before I did, and she kind of looks over to her grandmother, who nods back.
Like a Mama Coco situation.
Exactly.
Like that, dog.
Oh, remember me.
You said Tidris's last name is Ruthar?
Rolthar.
Rolthar.
Make a history check, Drazad.
So Tidris is estranged from his family then?
I don't think estranged, maybe?
Well, the Ruthar clan did not look too kindly upon the people of Iramor.
Oh.
More specifically, the clan of Rolthar is not fond of what happened in Hollow Hall. You would know that they're the governing body, and that they tend to be extremely close-knit, and if you might imagine that if one left their ranks, there might be some bad blood, but you don't know how bad.
Okay.
Aye, but he renounced his name and came here.
What happened to...
What happened to...
Sorry, you just said...
Tidris?
Yeah. Or... No,
he
the
had his
people of-
vision. That's why he left.
No, Rothar, the people of Rothar, the clan, weren't happy about what happened in Hallowed Hall. Is that what you said?
Aye, just historically, they found it to be a dark stain on the legacy of the people here. Ever since then, they've thought the mountain to be cursed. That's why they call it Hollow Hall.
No, that is fair.
Well, it was.
I think
the
it was.
Medusa's
It's
dead now.
definitely cursed. Oh, look at the Medusa head.
Hollowed Hall is where we just came from in the
Yep.
mountain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pale Hall is where Gonlandir is built into.
But I'd say our best bet would be to go to Gonladier. At the
There's
very least, we could continue on to either Palome or maybe Maldan.
No, there's
Is
also
it-
the green.
Is it just you wouldn't happen to know. Tidra said he knows how to get in, but he has to be there. Is it purely his name that would get us in and his face?
I think his name would get you in there. They may not take too
Well.
kindly to him, but they'd recognize one of their own, I think.
Make
I think-
ourselves look like him.
Yeah,
I think
was
we have a
thinking about that
solution.
too, yeah.
Disguise self.
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh,
is,
I want to go talk to him before we
that is
go,
easy to
though.
take care of.
Yeah.
Maybe try to, if he has like a personal affect, like a...
Yeah.
Well, I've also got Alto Self. I could become him.
Oh,
I just
that's
need
true.
some of his clothes.
Perfect.
Mm.
I could get some clothes.
Just take, I don't know.
Well, in that case, be my guest. Go and talk to him. I'll round up the people here and let them know we're leaving. That's
We
the
gotta
plan.
leave soon.
We can leave
At dawn.
immediately.
Yeah.
We ride at dawn, boys.
If it's that dire, I'll convince him.
Because it's night now, or is it midday?
It's
Night.
close to sunset.
Yeah.
Close to sunset?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should also really get some sleep.
Yeah, we need to rest.
I know.
Then perhaps we could leave at dawn. It'd give me time to convince anyone that may want to stay. I'd rather not leave any stragglers behind.
If they don't want to leave, and I'd try my best to draw a picture of the dragon. This is coming.
Oh, it looks. Are the holes in the wing supposed to be that way?
Oh yes, it's a
Yeah.
reanimated
Yeah,
dragon.
It's a
mixed with obsidian weapons.
It's
It's gross.
It's an undead dragon.
That
is
sounds
crazy.
particularly nasty.
And it doesn't even like there's not like breathes lightning. Red dragons breathe fire. No, it literally just breathes like obsidian weapons. Like it's crazy.
And a dragon like that sounds like quite the foe faced against the people of Freudan, considering the divide between the Smiths of Hrafheim and the Smiths of Gonladier.
Yeah, they better get their shit together.
Well,
You can have this.
be off with you. I can hear the crowds beginning to get rowdy just behind you, so I'll tend to them while you tend to our friend. All right. So Ingrid begins to mingle within the crowd. You see some people begin to weep and plead with her. Some people begin to nod in solemn understanding as they realize that their home, they probably woke up this morning thinking, I've got to tend the fields, get ready to plant a new harvest for next year. And those problems don't exist anymore, replaced
Right.
by entirely new, bigger problems. All the same, you make your way back out into the market square, and in the distance you can see, maybe not Tidris, but you can see the large form of Kurtarok making his way towards the chapel.
We're following.
Okay.
Gonna fuck some shit.
I love it.
Thanks.
As you step into the chapel, you come upon a scene that may make your heart stutter for a moment. You see Kurtarok the Minotaur once again gripping the old dwarven priest, hanging him in midair, but the dwarven priest no longer fights him. He's shaking him. What do you think you're doing? I left that life behind me. Now only the goddess can guide my steps.
I want to listen. Like, I want to hold everybody back so we can listen to it.
The Minotaur slams him against the wall, maybe not so much as to hurt him, but to impose his will upon him, as he says, You're truly infuriating. The only fate bound to this place is mine. Any sane person can see that your thread carries you down a different path. These people need you, Tidris. If my word counts for anything now, I vow to watch over these hills, houses, and halls until peace finds us again, one way or another. It's the least I can do. He drops him,
That was the Minotaur.
Mm-hmm.
turns and sees all of you. Maybe you can talk some sense into him. He storms out.
I think we've talked about this, right? But I don't know if our characters would 100% know. We know that the thing inhabiting the dragon is from an alternate reality, right?
You know that.
Yeah. Tidris, prepare yourself.
Do we know that in character?
Yeah.
That's what I just asked. Yeah, I wanted to make sure.
I-
I think we
Yeah.
learned it kind of from
Sorry, you said you know that. I didn't know if you meant Sam.
Yeah, you
or
learned
it in
dialogue.
character.
yeah,
Okay.
we did.
I know you were given a vision.
Aye.
But this threat, it comes from a different reality. One likely beyond this reality's Iramore's. Do we know her name's Iramore? What do we?
You know that.
Okay.
We know you're
I'm trying to remember what,
Trying to remember what Sam
what I
knows
know.
and what, yeah. No, I gotcha.
Might be beyond what this reality's Iramore's sight goes. I know only one being who can see beyond consistently and reliably. And he is not Iramore.
You'd blaspheme the goddess of sight in her own house.
I don't. I only mean to say that the vision is meant for you to protect the people.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah. I think-
This threat. Well,
I'll say with advantage.
Yeah, what he was about to say is, the mountain may change. We're getting them to the
the
pale hall
landscape
instead
may
of, but
change, right?
but you're still saving them.
Yeah.
And it is you. Were you not here, we would not be able to get them in. is the rest of that. But persuasion.
Oh, what if the doors that you're thinking of are the doors to Gonladier and not
The hollowed halls.
Halls.
That was my, because I'm like, there's 2 different mountains with 2 different places, and and I know you were staying behind, but you were here to help. What do we have in chat? We have.
I think something high.
Where's my persuasion? Yeah, it's bad.
Bored.
I'm gonna take the.
This music sounds like.
Polar
Christmas
Express.
music?
It
It
sounds like
does.
the music from
It does.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yes.
I'm gonna take the 17 for an 18 total.
Okay.
Like literally.
He kind of averts his eyes from you. You can tell he's in deep thought. I know what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
But if what you say is true, maybe you all are the light from Hollow Hall.
I didn't think about that. Now that
That could be.
That
could
is
be
an
it, yeah.
interesting
I mean, you did send
theory.
people in there, and it was only because of them that we were able to find our way out.
that is true.
He turns his eyes to the altar where there is a small visage of the silver eye that hangs above his chapel doors. He kneels down to it. Goddess, if there be some other path you wish me to take, give me sight of it, I beg you. Otherwise, I'm afraid I'll have to leave this behind. You sacrificed yourself once to save your people. I should be able to do the same.
I believe you already have. You sacrificed that old life to live here, which is now allowing you to save them.
He stands up and glances back towards the altar once more and... Aye, you've talked enough sense. I think I see your meaning. I never thought I'd go back to Gonladier. But if I am going, happy to bring the town of Rollig with me.
Hell's coming with me. No.
When do we leave?
Dawn.
I'll be ready.
You wouldn't happen to have a place for us to sleep in? We're gonna sleep in the pews here.
You would recall that the merchants bought you rooms.
Oh, that's okay.
yeah.
Okay, sorry. I think I might have lost that in all of the
last time.
It's been
in
a
the
lot,
last
yeah.
time. Yeah, in all the weeks that it's been.
Yeah. So, with that, all of you, I would imagine, reconvene at the Stonewatcher Inn. You're escorted to your rooms by the charming yet mostly quiet dwarven grandmother, Gwyneth.
That's
And you make preparations to leave for Gonladier in the morning.
In the morning.
It is a little bit early, but I think now's a good time for us to go ahead on a break. So, we'll come back in about 10 minutes. Don't go nowhere because we have a lot of session left and it's gonna get crazy. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Let's go.
Excellent.
Are we just taking a long rest?
Oh, terribly sorry. I didn't know anyone would be here while the stream was running. Give me a moment to tidy up. It's much better. Well, while you're here, we might as well take a moment to thank all of our members for supporting the channel and bringing this stream to life. A huge thanks to Tides of Mo, Brett Venable, Tabletop Beard, Grim Reaper, Atmos Seeker, Justinian of Darkport, Angel Jobert, XIVM, Corey of Darkport, Angel of Darkport, Drazadi, Anthony Pace, Memebot 69000, Dutin 103, Vivian June, Zebek Longfang, Lil Tired, Charlie Gardner, Moon Goose McQueen, Agile Monk, Boomstick, Almighty Zeus, Liminal Entity, JJ Sasquatch, Brendan Sparrow, Deppy Ice Creams, Don Zilev, Josh, Devin Beer, Elemental Freak, Cesar Romes, Jerome Grant, Kyrie Williams, Mike Gaya, Wumfubble, Electric Werecat, Triforce Samurai, Alessandre Enriquez, Avocado 123, Maxwell, Autographed Cat, Wayne Hancock, Matt Susan, Kathy Evans, Dustin Stacy, Cabbage Cat, Donna Janvo, Josh Cook, Chad Jackson, Robin, Dravian, Curtis Ellis, Brian Harvey, The Azure Sky, Jason B, Defiant Chaos, Iron Joker, Killer Kitty, Richter Fallas, Christopher Denault, John Shearer, Tiago Livas, JJ, Jason Miller, Popple Lee Cooper Support, Joshua Kanapke, Adam, Ambitious Aiden, KLTZ Midnight, Cryptic Tortuga, L. McKinsey, Craig Mattinson, Master B Rad, I Don't Know Any More TV, Duncan Massey, Polo Enrique Ottaviano, Big Dog, Wayne Brack, Lions, Pseudo Noob, Oscar, Oncoming Traffic, and Kevin Cow. You know, members get tons of unique benefits as well, like these weekly shoutouts and emojis that they can use in the stream chat, and a heaping helping of chaos points that can be used to, well, perhaps it's better to show you.
The most exciting feature for our live streams has come to YouTube. You can now roll dice live to help us in our adventures by using chaos that's built up by watching and interacting with the stream. All you need to do is keep an eye out for earning instructions that appear on our stream, and then spend those points by typing in the commands that correspond to the dice you'd like to roll. This feature is always available, no matter what campaign we're playing in, so be sure to hop in and help out our players because, well, they're gonna need it.
Thank you, you're all too kind, and the drinks are on me tonight! Ha 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 ha! Oh, you must not have enabled gifted memberships! Let me show you how. Ha 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 ha! What you'll want to do is make your way over to our channel page and then add /allow_gifts. From there, you can turn on the toggle for free stuff and join in the chaos. Ha ha ha! Now for my next tune, a little ditty about a dead necromancer named Pinky.
Hello, Drizad here. Oh my god, you have got to come check out all of our wares. We have so many different things. Help support the stream and get yourself some new magic items as well over at the Constructed Chaos store.
Greetings to all my bearded brothers out there. I'm Alex, also known as Constructed Chaos on YouTube, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about my friends over at Tabletop Beard. This family-owned beard oil company is run by three brothers that have combined two great loves of mine: tabletop RPGs and beard care. And it makes a lot of sense because, as I'm sure many of you know, growing and maintaining a healthy beard can be an adventure all its own. I started my quest back before I was even on YouTube, and I guess you could say I was stuck at level 1 for a while, constantly itching my way through life with a wild and unkempt beard and just trusting hairspray and regular shampoo to get the job done. Believe me, I was rolling nat 1s on just about every charisma check I made at that point. But eventually I started trying various beard care products like oils, butters, and balms, and I found some that worked well enough, but none of them really tied into my backstory. Not to mention my wife was constantly complaining about the smell. Then I was put on to the products from Tabletop Beard, and let me tell you, it was a match made in heaven. Or hell, depending on what kind of flavor you prefer. These guys use a premium oil blend of meadow foam seed, rosehip, golden jojoba, argan, avocado, and sunflower oils to create the most high quality product that contains no cheap filler or artificial oils that you typically want to steer clear of. And each scent has been expertly crafted and matched to a familiar TTRPG style, so you know exactly the kinds of vibes you're putting out without the scents being too mundane or too overpowering. To top it off, all their products, oils, butters, and balms are made in small batches, so the quality control is top-notch, and so is the customer service. They're always looking for new ways to meet and exceed customer needs, and I've even heard that they have some new ideas cooking up behind the scenes. So consider this your session 0 and take some time to check out Tabletop Beard today. Truly, they're the only starting equipment that you need for your own successful beard care journey. Bear Dritz here, letting you in on a little-known ranger secret that'll keep you satiated in the wild, even when you have no rations left. Ew, not that. I'm talking about subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell icon. It's easy to miss the signs of a stream going live if you're not prepared. So make sure to do that and... What was that?
Hold it right there, adventurer. We're looking for some deviants that refuse to like this video while they're still watching. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this heinous crime, would you? Well then, as you were, but stay out of trouble.
In a world of darkness exists Geramentum, a beacon of hope in the realm of Terra. Our heroes, all with unique pasts, live here and are connected by a common destiny to protect the dream. Welcome to Darkport, an actual play production company. Our inaugural dark fantasy D&D campaign, Gold, Green, and Red, is inspired by the lived experience of War Medic and GM Angel Gamble. Subscribe to us now on YouTube. Live episodes stream every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
It appeared out of thin air when they found it, as if by the will of the plains themselves. A curious and mysterious bauble that has turned up time and time again throughout the ages. Some have studied it all their lives, hoping to unravel its uniquely fascinating magical properties. Many more have used its power for their own, though all falling victim to fate in the end. Now, it calls to you. By chance, by destiny, by desire, it matters not. It calls to you, and it calls to be cast from your palm, so that it might deliver unto you the unknown wonders held within.
How much longer are they going to... excuse me. Are they still not back? Wait there just a moment. I'll fetch them for you. The little chaos gremlins. You have people waiting, you know!
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a great break. I know that we did. And it's a new month, so I get to do this.
Whoa!
Thank you guys for hanging out over the course of the break. Here's 5 gifted memberships. They're free for me. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, chat. Thank you, friends. We love you guys so much. We're glad you're here along
Shout
for the
out
ride.
to our
So,
new 5 members.
yeah.
Jace, Zamadrip, Amikawi,
Thorn
Tom.
W.
That's Tom.
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 Yeah.
And
Tom.
Tamton Tonda.
Thank y'all. Welcome to the Chaos Crew here at XIVM. I do foresee a Chaos roll in your future. It will happen. Now, before we jump back in, I figure it's probably a good time to go ahead and jump over to our map as our adventurers are moving from Raleigh to Gonladir. The trek here normally would take a couple days, but with the caravan, this is going to take them a few days. So just so you guys kind of have a visual of where exactly they're headed. That's it. That's it right there. So now that we rejoin a very borky dog and the rest of our
Like
friends. What would everyone like to do as you wake up on the morning of your departure?
Is the blacksmith coming with us now?
The blacksmith was always coming.
Oh, okay. Then why did we need to bring his stuff?
He didn't know that he needed to leave.
At that point.
At that point, I got you. Okay.
I will tell you, he'll honor the deal.
No, like, I'm still. I want to assure him, like, hey, I'm still gonna like talk
Sell
you
it.
up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell your. I'm gonna sell.
Y'all can go in the
your-
pitch together.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell your craftsmanship.
Listen, at the end of the day, it's less for me to carry, and it sounds like you have it in with some of the forge masters there.
Mhm.
I'm just hoping to get in the city. There's still a chance we don't make it.
I think we can be a very persuasive group. I'm not worried about making it in.
I'm sure you can be. Time will tell. It sounds like anywhere's better than here, sadly.
Yeah.
So, as that conversation sort of winds to a close, you see many of the individuals loading up carts, carrying carpet bags, those of them who do not have the supplies necessary. Some people have even refitted farm plows and farming tools to carry goods by removing the plow elements and allowing them to roll on their wheels, adding little carts to them. It's quite impressive what this town has been able to do in a small amount of time, but you realize that lowborn people are a bit more resilient than many people might even give them credit for.
Would you say that we had an extra 2 hours next to our rest, either before or after?
Sure. I think that's reasonable.
Okay, then I'm gonna learn both. I don't have to decide.
Make it easy for you.
And now I have no money.
Oh,
As,
God, you spent all that?
As the morning draws a bit long, you see the majority of people beginning to gather at the northern edge of the city, or rather, I guess the eastern edge of the city, because that's where the road leads out. You can see Tidris's chapel in the distance, and he begins making his way down to you. He carries himself a small backpack, not much more than that. As he joins your group. Well, here I am. No such dreams for Miramore, so I'd imagine that she means for me to go with a lot of you. Hope you're right about this. Interrupting his less than inspiring speech comes an inspiring one from Ingrid as she calls out, "Now all of you, I'm sure you've shed a great deal of tears for your home, your hearth, the things you've come to know here. But I promise everything you need is right here with you. Now, if you need any help on the way, you let somebody know. Let me know, first of all. We're not leaving anyone behind. Not a single one of you. And Mr. Kurtarok has been kind enough to watch over our town in our absence. Seems he's got a prior commitment here. With any luck, we may be able to one day return to our home, to what you've left. But I promise, it's for your own good. It's for the good of our people. And sounds like the good of Freudan. Surely the clan of Rolthar can see the value in that, eh?" You hear like a little bit of a cheer go over the crowd as she sort of winds her arm in the air. Tagonladir! And the caravan begins to move. On your travels, we'll kind of speed things through. But I'll ask, is there anything in particular you'd like to do on your way to Gonladir over these next few days? What?
The chat.
Oh no, number 3.
No,
the right above
it.
Oh,
Thanks,
Grim.
Thanks, Grim.
You know, that is more pervasive in highly populated areas.
Yeah.
So. That's the real reason they're so
with
exclusive
that,
in
you guys, we're
Gonladir.
taking a second break tonight.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I expect these guys to make fun of my city names. Not you, Grim. Not you. Come on, man.
Grim's one of us.
Literally.
I don't know. So, Brett, I will tell you, I did
Yeah.
get rid of Hollow because I don't think that's going to help us.
Okay.
Um,
I think every spell y'all have, since we're gonna have some downtime. So what we're trying to do is we're going to.
oh wait, it's taking us a couple days to get there.
Yeah.
A few days.
Oh,
like
I've
3
time to
days.
prepare spells
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, that's fine.
So
yeah, great.
what we're basically throwing out like every powerful spell that we have to set up a ritual, and then during this downtime,
Okay.
and at the end of that ritual, we want to infuse the wrath into the gem to be a channel, just like the staff was,
Okay.
for the wrath.
What can I do?
Understood.
To help?
Whatever spells you got that I think like
So, for anyone who
That
doesn't
could
know
help.
in chat, there are new magic item crafting rules in
Right.
the DMG, but I've always kind of played it a little bit more fast and loose. I don't like that you need to have Arcana proficiency. I think that anyone should be able to craft a magic item that suits their needs. But I do require some creativity. So, I will specifically ask, how exactly are you trying to infuse this gem with the power of
Before we answer that,
Mhm.
I was going to use legend lore
Okay.
on
Okay.
the staff.
Does you have to have that in your?
No, just
you
have
don't.
to be.
Yeah,
just have
you
to be
just name
from.
it.
And the more familiar I am with it, which, I mean, I'm
Ooh.
pretty familiar with the staff.
Rude.
so you know how it was created.
So yeah, to
Oh.
potentially gain insight into how it's created or how it harnessed the wrath and like,
Damn, that's good.
yeah,
yeah, wait.
I'd be cooking over here.
Can I legend lore the wrath itself?
Oh,
Since
Can
we have
I
it in
let
a
you know
bottle.
yeah, like we have.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
can.
since we
Multi-day.
bathed in it,
Yeah,
yeah,
We all
Okay.
took
we're
it.
very intimate.
So who's going first here?
I want to do the staff.
Yeah.
Okay, so you cast legend lore on the staff, meditating for a time. You feel knowledge from the past begin to pour into your mind, like pages of history being written all at once simultaneously, with hundreds of different quills scribbling all at the same time. And you come to understand that the staff itself is not necessarily anything so special, but the individual who created wrath in specific made the staff into almost a key for it. So more or less, you could imagine it as Dekarin built the wrath, but didn't want to make himself the key, because in so doing, he would be connected to it in much the same way that the tieflings are, having their lives drained, having them succumb to cinder. So he imparted it onto the staff, which was not always black as night as it is now. It used to be an oaken staff. When he infused it with that magic, it decayed rather quickly and has become black as pitch ever since, held together only because it is itself a magic item.
So it's probably good that we got the better.
Now, you're doing legend lore on the wrath itself. I think that answers just about everything.
Yeah, that's fine.
But as you continue to focus, I would say that you also come to understand that yes, beyond the shadow of a doubt, the wrath does, in much the same way, wrath itself is sort of loose, concentrated magical energy that is siphoned off of the souls of past beings. The giant runes that it has been, it was derived from, that Umbric was derived from, used to draw magic from the giants' ancestors. So in a way, Dekarin was able to convince them to bastardize those runes for more power, making them
take it from the living rather than the dead.
right. And so living things inscribed with Umbric tend to be what the wrath siphons.
like all of the tieflings
Well, they should stop marking
in
themselves.
the
it's
family.
it's sort of magical socialism, except there's somebody who's in charge of the entire pool of it. So that
As-
would be your understanding of
Do we
wrath.
know who that is?
As
Dekarin,
Oh, I see.
The big dragon.
or whoever has the staff, basically.
yeah,
At this point.
as So I'm guessing the we would need to also inscribe the sigils on the facets of the gym.
You could try that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Instead of it.
As everybody is in our cart and our cart's moving along and stuff, or we're walking, we're talking about this and they're casting spells, I want to play a bunch of instruments now. So I'm going to be like strumming, and as y'all are saying the things that y'all know, slapping the bass. As y'all are saying the things that are coming to y'all from legend lore, I'm bolstering you up and talking, like saying how great that was that you figured that out, Drazad. Way to go! One more thing off your list.
I know that.
And then
Great.
same thing with Vala. Like when I was like, Vala, I think this might actually be your true self that came up with this, because that is genius. And like,
Valfast, well, who else would it be?
yeah, nobody. Don't worry about it. And the same thing with you, Flora, and everybody's gonna get heroic inspiration.
Ooh,
Nice.
musician feat.
Yep.
What does
Nice.
that give us now?
Anytime,
Any roll,
until
right?
your next
Any
rest,
dice roll.
any dice roll, you can just make an advantage.
Well, you can just re-roll it, basically.
Can
Oh,
I
you
use
just
it
reroll.
just one time
Yes.
until my next?
Yeah. But you'll get a new one next time you roll.
Yeah, so it could be to hit roll, could be a saving throw, could be a damage
check.
die.
It's to my next until my next rest.
No, not necessarily. I think it just says like you have it until you use it.
I'm actually not 100% sure. Somebody
But
else
like
can look that up.
I will give you a new one every morning.
Okay,
Every time we wake up,
Okay.
you're gonna get a new one.
so you'll pretty
use-
much always have one.
use one every day.
got it.
You know.
So any dice roll, I can roll with advantage.
It's very strong, chat. If you guys want that on your characters, you should.
It's really cool. Is it a new bard thing?
It's a new background thing. It's a new
background thing, okay.
origin feat.
Mhm.
It used to be part of the restful song thing that they kind of made into a background feat.
So now that you have this new gleaning, I will ask you this. If you are intent on etching these Umbric symbols onto the stone, who's going to do that?
I wanted to talk about that first before we do it. We can put the markings, but we have to make sure that we do it all in the right order, because those markings siphon life and energy from something and deteriorate it. The only reason the staff still lives is because it is magical. So
This sword is magical.
that was fair. Okay, yeah.
But
we'll
is the stone
etch it.
magical?
Oh, there's.
I think it's part of the process. We would turn the stone into something magical.
We would have to be ready to
There's a chance that
lest the stone deteriorate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's a chance.
Well,
The other thing.
there was
is-
already a little trace of magic within this stone, even when we purchased it.
Was
The
there?
other thing is,
You saw that it was sparkling like there was magic within it.
But I cast
but I
Identify and there was nothing.
There's not necessarily an enchantment on
No,
it, but
that's not what I meant.
you found it to be very receptive to enchantments.
yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
the other thing too that I'm having a moral quandary with is that I don't want to take the power from those people.
Well,
I want them to give it.
someone already
Because
is, and you could be weakening the dragon's power
by utilizing
by
its own
utilizing
power.
it as well. Also, you mentioned something about the giants using the runes just from their ancestors. Do you know what those are? Because we could use those instead
are
and
you
not take the
referring
wrath
to?
from living beings and instead take the wrath from the ancestors instead. Harness the wrath of the ancestors.
Oh, of the giants themselves.
Well, yes, the runes, the
Right,
Umbric runes
yes. Yeah.
are just a way to harness the energy before they're dead of what the giants did
Right.
before. Perhaps we could reverse engineer if you're worried about being part of the
I
problem.
would say in specific, it's not just that. It is. So the giant runes, you could think of them almost as like having a chat with grandma and like borrowing knowledge, are borrowing some
Or
past
legend
ability.
lore, yeah.
And the emphasis is on like borrowing. Umbric is like
I
using,
take it.
burning. They are taking from the past as well.
So is there any chance I can commune with the giant that was in my necklace?
Certainly can.
Yeah.
Make a religion check for me. I want to see exactly how in tune with him you can get on this eve.
Maybe we in tune.
If you had another necklace, you might be able to also talk to Ear more.
Oh god. And never take it off.
28.
The backspacing.
What do you say?
Yeah, it's so telling.
You see Drazad kind of. Hello, friend.
Oh shit, that's long.
Drazad has some questions about magic that he is not familiar with that I believe you would be.
Ask.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So technically, it can only answer yes or no, according to the spell. Yeah,
I might
okay.
give you more. I
Yeah.
mean, with your religion
I
check.
just want you to know. Okay, 3 questions.
God.
Are you doing speak with the dead?
No,
No
commune.
commune.
Oh, commune. I was like,
I just think of the D&D
Can
movie.
we-
every
I
time.
know.
Can we make?
How would I go about?
Can we create runes that pull from the Umbric's the Wrath's power, but in a good way?
I don't think that we can, based on what Alex is saying. Might be a moot question.
Is there a way to know what runes that the giants would have used that would not harbor harm towards us or the energy we're using?
The runes of giants are unconnected to the wrath.
So no,
So you could use giant runes, is what he's saying, but they would.
They won't.
it would
get
be a
power
different
from the
purpose.
Wrath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
different thing.
Is Umbric not giant?
It is.
bastard.
It is.
It is
a
bastardized, yeah.
combination.
Elvish
of-
and Elvish and giant.
It's like
Michelle, yeah.
Mela.
Ah.
Got that done.
Yes.
You're right. Yes.
What question should I ask you?
Yes. Do y'all have anything that you can think of? 'Cause I'm
I
kinda-
guess the other thing would be like, is there a way to harness the wrath?
In a less malicious way.
No, for good.
To my knowledge, it has not been done. But I believe
But that's not
it is possible.
Did some good with the staff.
okay.
Sure.
How is it possible?
How do you believe it to be possible
Yeah.
then?
You're talking about
As
No.
it does
There's a
with all
giant
magic.
necklace.
This depends upon the user.
Okay, period.
So all your intentions pure.
Oh.
Don't ask God that.
Morally
Depends on if
ambiguous.
there's a sexy fish lady around.
Okay.
A sexy, like 90-year-old fish lady, right?
I
Yeah.
could just ask you like one more quick question, because we never really got around to this. How do you know Pyraxis? How are you
so
guys
tired.
friends?
Oh, you got 3. You got 3. Right?
No, I know it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was 3, huh?
So,
He knows Pyraxis?
So odd.
Yeah.
I would like you to look at our list of runes here. Which ones would you like?
I'm so glad you hung on to that because I worked so hard on that little thing.
Well, he's got so many freaking notebooks over there.
I do, and the one time I didn't take them out, I'm like, I need them.
I was wondering.
I was
that.
wondering why they
and-
weren't out.
And what do they mean?
It's on the back.
It's on the
I think.
back.
No, it's not.
Oh
It's
yeah, that's
not.
right. Because Alex,
I'm an
there's,
idiot.
There's a reel of Alex being like, "Is that?" And I'm like, "I don't know. You made this."
I thought
Yeah,
you did.
I mean we don't.
He never
But you have the
wrote
you have the
about
list.
I have the
right?
list.
Do we have
Okay.
It's like divination
A
and
certain number of-
cold and enchantment.
Yeah,
like
I
they
was
all
about to say, is
kind
there a
of fall
certain
into-
number of facets?
Some of
on
the
this
damage
thing?
types are separated out, but a lot of it has to do with.
And
I
some
can
of
pull it up.
some of these are major and minor runes too, right?
Right.
Yeah, we could probably just say how many facets it is. It's a sapphire.
You would be able to fit every symbol on there if you
Yeah.
want.
Oh, well, every symbol.
What about the one that?
Here it is.
What about the one that was bastardized on the staff?
You keep getting that confused.
No,
it
it
was
was-
not. There were just other markings on the staff.
Yeah.
That Valoth had put. Sorry, Valafar had put there.
Yeah.
To do like something else.
No, to make
To
it
turn the staff
to make it
into a maul.
transform exactly.
It
So
was
I was
a
wondering if you
totally
could, like-
separate thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If I thought he had manipulated some of the runes to do that. I didn't
Nope.
realize there were separate ones.
You're good.
So Drazad, I guess, is a little bit confused here. What are we... I know my job. Fabricate the gem, put the magic in it, put
I
it
don't
in
know.
the
I
sword.
think you have a lot more than that on your to-do list.
Yeah.
But what? No, definitely more than that. Yeah,
But I think
absolutely.
like I could probably be the one.
I just deleted cup holders from the to-do
Wow.
list.
Yeah.
Why? We
That's
might need
one-
those.
Hey,
One good, that's one good thing about losing the ship. Yeah.
what? Why are we trying to put the runes on this stone?
We're
so
trying-
that it.
They're innately magical. The
We're
staff
trying-
has
yeah,
them. We're
and
just trying to
we got
emulate
we have the
the
wrath,
creation
right?
of the staff.
Trying to harness the wrath.
We're
in
trying to
any way we
harness the
can.
wrath, just like the dragons harnessing the wrath.
We're making a
With the
second
staff.
key so that we can get in the back door and stab him.
Yes, exactly.
They'll never
Exactly.
expect us to come through the servants' entrance.
Through the vent, if you will. So,
Oh,
Imposter.
but you're saying that there is a potential chance that we may not need the runes at all. Like I could potentially just infuse their wrath into the stone.
I think the ruins though is the thing that I think we need it all. Like put it all in there.
Why are you apprehensive about the runes?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, the
think
ruins.
I'm just trying.
Well,
Josiah is
like-
truly just trying to clarify because
The ruins directly
I
correlate
truly-
with all of
Caleb
the
got lost somewhere
yeah.
in the last like 10
The
minutes.
ruins correlate with all the different families. It is drawing
Right.
off of their life force.
Right,
This is
Right.
a limited supply.
right.
And I have your vial now.
Yeah. And I think the wrath is just to give the link, right? To infuse the wrath into the gem.
Okay, got it.
It's to give the link.
So then we need to figure out which runes are the most powerful.
he said
arguably.
I know the ones
we
that
can-
are on the staff.
we
and
can
I
put
open up my
all-
drawing
yeah.
of the staff. And I'm like,
and there's enough
these are them.
facets in this thing to put every rune on there.
Okay. Well, then that is easy.
And then we infuse the wrath into the gem, and then we combine the gem with the sword.
The whole time you've been talking, Drazad's been doing this with his hands as he's stone shaping the runes into the. into
Oh,
the
you
Okay.
have
stone.
a thing called stone shaping? That's
Yeah.
cool. Oh, never
I think
mind.
it's called stone shape.
Yeah.
It's called,
I
it's
know-
literally called stone shape.
I know you're not using your Smith's tools, but I will have you make a Smith's tools check.
Oh, yeah, I can
just
do
like
that.
you
Yeah,
did
yeah.
earlier. It's strength based.
and
so
I-
strength
when
mod
Valve
and-
is like, well, no, the dot
Can we
goes
give
a
him
little
help?
bit
Yeah.
more to the left.
Can we give him help?
22.
Okay.
I don't think he needs it.
Well, he has Bardic Inspiration already.
Chad,
Oh,
don't talk
wait,
to me
wait,
about how
wait.
this should be jeweler's
No, no,
tools.
no.
I like
Yes. No, everybody roll D8. Everybody's got Bardic Inspiration too right now.
it. Okay, I'm rolling a D8.
Not you.
You can.
Oh.
Wait, why do I need to roll a d8? Can I
Because-
just keep it?
It
add
doesn't
it.
consume it, right? Brett?
No, it does consume it, but I have 6 of them. So
yeah, but
like,
I got, you said 22.
yeah, but I think we want everything as high as
He's
we
like,
can
I
get.
want it to be as good as
I
possible.
want the 30.
He's leaning over
26.
your shoulder
26.
as you're trying to guard. He's like, "Well, do it.
He's like massaging your back.
Behind you, rubbing your shoulder.
Drazad says, "Oh, baby."
I feel like you're stressed, Drazad. Drazad is very stressed.
So with your 30, not only are you able to etch the Umbric runes into the gem, but you're actually able to sort of die cut it to where it adds extra facets into the gem,
Some
and
more
it
light.
sort of sparkles as it is extremely well crafted, very well done. A lot of the time when you add an inscription to jewelry, you feel like it loses value. This This is a masterpiece. This would gain value.
Laura's gonna like pick it up. She's gonna hold it to the light, and she's gonna be like, "This is expensive."
Thank you. Drazad does, I tried.
That does good work.
I
Yeah,
tried.
he does. The finest of wares.
Just
There's
imagine
all
those cup holders.
Been a busy.
They would have been
Check our
exquisite.
merch store for
Oh my God! We need constructed chaos cup holders.
It's not, but you can't attach anything. It is just a koozie. No, it's not even a koozie. It's just a little plastic.
I can 3D print that.
Constructed chaos.
No clip either. They're completely useless.
Chat, let me know if you're interested. I'll 3D print up some
That's what
useless cup
Grim-
holders.
Grim said a cup holder and a staff would be the bomb. I said, yeah, but as soon as you pick it up, you spill your drink.
Not if you're magical.
Yeah, it's gyroscopic. It goes like as you're swinging.
Yeah.
It's perfectly
The cup
steady.
holder actually has an attachment to it, sold separately, that you like. It attaches, clips on, and holds your drink
Yeah.
down.
Have you all
It's
seen those
gyroscopic.
things that's like a... It's like a C shape, and you
Yeah.
put your coffee mug in it, and you're supposed
Yeah.
to be able to
Oh
like,
Yeah.
walk around with it.
Like
Chat
those
is now
little-
saying it should be a sippy cup.
I was about to say like those no spill bowls they used to show on TV that you could like.
So, now that these carvings are etched into your black sapphire,
And we have cup holders.
Okay, now
what are we doing?
Let me go.
The next step is combining the wrath with the gem.
And how specifically? are
Okay,
you
wait,
doing
hold
that?
on.
Are you pouring it over it?
I'll-
Are you dunking it
While
in?
Vala, I'm like shaping the stone.
Would I
Have it
know
in a
how
vial
he
somewhere?
created the key? Did he just put the runes in and that was it on the staff, or?
I say
You would
I got me
know,
a.
It was
A little hit.
Yeah, I hit.
it was the runes mainly, and then just having it in proximity to the wrath.
I think the wrath might
They
be
would
the.
just need to pour.
I think the wrath might be the spark, right?
Yes, it's like the kickstart.
How are we gonna? But how do we infuse it?
Drazad will work on it. Oh, Vala, would you mind coming a little closer so I could read the inscriptions a little bit more? Fascinating. And as he pauses like halfway through stone shape and he goes, "Go away," and he points at the necklace, and I cast remove curse on your necklace. Now, what about infusing the wrath
Does it
again?
just like fall off?
When you remove curse on the necklace,
It drops attunement, right?
it
What
drops
necklace is that
attunement.
again?
I will say basically the necklace is no longer magical. The curse in and of itself is the magical effect.
That's what I
Gotcha.
figured. Yeah, okay.
Gotcha.
Fine with me.
The voices. They're
You were
less than
hearing
they
voices
usually are. Oh, all the time.
But there's less of them. That's
now
that's the
they're
trick.
only my voices.
Yeah.
Flora, for the rest of our journey together, if Vala picks up anything, can you please let me know? I don't care if it's a stick
As now he's
Yeah.
looking at his wand.
or a
He's like,
sword.
I would try, but a lot of times...
The wand doesn't work
what was that more?
I said I would try, but a lot of times I don't even see it.
honestly.
And I was gonna give it to Drazad, but yeah, no. Okay, so now I just have a fancy necklace, right, with an eyeball.
It is a holy symbol of Yarmore, which could come in handy. Yeah, it's one of those weird cases where like the reason it was cursed is because the magical effect was too powerful. And so
Yeah.
by removing the curse, you've removed the magical effect.
I've got my kitten mittens and my sippy cup of bludgeoning. I'm ready to go.
Sippy cup of bludgeoning.
And
If we ever make a magic item book, that's going to be in it.
And
for sure.
kittens.
That's so good.
Well, and with kitten mittens, you have to have a sort of backstab.
Right.
Absolutely.
You have to.
Oh, you have to have your fluffy ears headband. You know?
So what is our next step here?
Okay, now the next.
We gotta try to.
I think
infuse
we
the
need
wrath,
to-
Right.
I want to before you try and infuse the wrath.
Okay, because I have a spell that I think
I want to see if I can positively charge the wrath.
You gonna talk to it?
I am.
Just tell
I'm
it
gonna
sweet
talk
nothings.
to it.
Okay.
I'm
gonna bardic
I'm gonna
inspiration
sing
the
to
wrath.
it. Is what I'm gonna do.
What you don't have to sing it if you don't
Yeah.
want to, but what are you saying?
I'm gonna think.
Not that I
about-
wouldn't mind you singing.
Yeah,
It's up to you.
I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything prepared, but I'm gonna sing to the wrath probably an old song that
Sorry.
The wrath gets extremely moody and hard to read.
I'm gonna probably sing to the wrath. Probably an old song that my mother used to sing to me about protecting the weak and lifting them up and being their shield and fighting evil.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay,
Straight roll.
gotcha.
Persuade the rat
And there's
to
a
go
reason
into
for that
the
not
gym.
being an advantage, but I do
That's
like
fine.
the idea.
Man, I was looking for a spell that I thought.
I'll take a dice roll.
Using persuasion for enchanting. I mean, you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
Please be a +1 longsword, please.
Please go into the gym, Wrath.
Oh,
What's up?
well, I was like, can I use protection from evil and good and help
I
him?
hate that it's not good and evil.
I know.
Okay, I'm gonna take a chat roll.
I bet it's
Okay.
medical.
30.
Okay. You feel like, because, and we actually have an illustration of the bottle of wrath. I'll post it in the Discord for anyone who's
Yeah,
interested.
gnarly.
Right.
But you can see outlines, silhouettes of faces in the wrath as they sort of morph in and out.
I'm smiling.
And as you sort of sing this song to them, you see still there's a look of anguish within the wrath. You feel as though the magic is calmer, it is soothed, but there is still that deep sentiment of pain and suffering within it.
If I cast See Invisibility,
Mm-hmm.
this spell now lets me see into the ethereal plane.
Sure.
Do I gather any extra insights from like looking at the wrath with my third eye?
Do you do it?
Yeah. I can do it for free as many times as I want. So why not?
You distinctly don't see anything extra, and you would expect to. But then you begin to glean that it's because these souls
They're
are
still
not
here.
in the ethereal
Yeah.
plane. They are stuck and being siphoned from.
I'm the last thing I do.
Yes.
The last thing I do with the wrath before I give it to Drazad, I bring it real close and I tell it, your pain won't be in vain, and when we're done, I will make you free. And I hand him the bottle of wrath.
I actually kind of like that didn't fully rhyme, but it did at the start. It
Yeah.
felt really
Yeah.
good.
Drazad,
pain
I
will
like
not
that.
be in vain.
Drazad
Yeah.
sheds a little tear. Thank you.
I will leave the door unlocked when we're done.
Maybe lock the door and turn them lights.
I mean, what you just said about how like their souls are not trapped in the ethereal, they're trapped somewhere else.
Yeah.
That gives us the way to kind of maybe break this thing later.
Yeah.
We'll also know where we're harnessing it from now.
Correct.
That it is from here. It is from Zealous.
Absolutely.
So Drazad would probably find a quiet place to do this work because it's going to take a little minute.
Okay.
But what I would do,
Well, the caravan stops for the night. You're able to,
yeah,
in the shadow of under the moonlight of a night
road.
under the pale halls, you're able to find a little bit of time alone. As Odd gives you a bardic inspiration.
he hands me the wrath and
His eyes are bloodshot.
right. He's I would like to put the wrath and the gem or the black sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said that right. And I would put it a couple feet in front of me, and I will begin to cast magic circle around it.
Okay.
Typically,
Cool.
magic circle is designed to normally like prevent a type of creature from entering the circle. It also can be used in the reverse direction, preventing a creature
From
from
entering or
exiting the
exiting.
circle.
Mhm.
So I'm basically using the magic circle to like contain the wrath once it exits the vial.
Okay.
Smart.
Clever.
And then, once I can use like mage hand.
Bob
or
Marley
something.
said Valoth is
Right.
his favorite elf whiz kid.
Period.
Thanks, Bob Marley.
I thought that
We
said-
really appreciate
I
that.
thought that said Blob.
That's
Marley, and I
that's
was like,
Samuel.
Thanks, Samuel.
Thanks, bud.
Samuel.
Or should I say, Bob Marley?
"Eh."
Thanks, man. Good to see you.
Ew. I'll mage hand or whatever to basically get the wrath to open and actually start. I'm picturing this as like a flubber situation. Like as soon as the wrath's out, it's like
Forgot about that show.
I mean, like it's losing its mind, right?
Yeah.
It might be a little bit calmer because Odd Sweet talked it. And then I will use planar binding, which is usually for like a creature or celestial or something.
Can you
like
do
that.
both of those? Or,
Both concentration.
Well, no, magic circle's not concentration.
okay,
Right,
I wasn't
yeah.
sure. I just
That
wanted
is
to
actually
check.
how you.
That's how you cast
That-
planar binding. Actually,
You make a magic circle.
Yeah.
You summon a extra planar being. You
Yeah.
can't get out, and then you bind it back. Like,
No, like
and then like no, that's literally like why
in the
those
planar
spells
binding
are made.
spell, it's
Yeah.
it's typically the creature is first summoned into the center of the inverted version of the magic circle spell to trap it
Nice.
while the
Yeah.
spell is
It gives
cast.
you
There you
advice.
go.
It
Yeah,
gives you
literally.
tips.
Literally. D&D rules like, we got you, don't worry. So normally it would be like binding one to have them like essentially like do my bidding kind of a thing, blah, 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 blah. But I would just like to use planar binding to bind that energy into the stone with the runes carved into
What
it.
does that planar binding physically look like as you cast it?
It would probably be in the form of a prayer. At this point, the magic circle's cast and it's going everywhere, and I would be praying to Pyraxis. Like I lift this prayer up to thee, Pyraxis. Again, I ask for your assistance in quelling this primal energy. For us to be successful and to return peace to this land, I need this energy bound into this stone.
Okay. And in so doing, you feel a flicker of nostalgia clutching this black sapphire, which at night doesn't look all that different from obsidian. You feel Pyraxis' presence, not only as a crafter of physical material, but a crafter of magics. You feel a new part of his power beginning to wash over you as he gives you command of it, and you are able to bind the magics within the magic circle and begin to imbue them into the black sapphire in earnest. It takes a small amount of time. At first, you're not sure anything is happening, but over the course of a few minutes, you see the swirling amber energy within your magic circle beginning to grow smaller and smaller as the black sapphire actually begins to glow sort of a radiant yellow at the center that diminishes into a sort of sea blue at the edges. It's quite beautiful. The complementary colors are very nice. But when you feel all of that magic has been fully absorbed, it has been about an hour, and you feel that whether the enchantment has taken hold or not, the magic is sufficiently infused into the black sapphire.
Okay. Now
Last day of this journey. Last step.
Forgot my port.
I was wondering what you were doing.
Yeah.
Huh?
His portents.
I'll do I want to do the giant or I'm gonna commune again, but with Pyraxis this time.
Okay.
Did you do the dragon in your necklace last time?
Let's say
Yeah, the giant.
giant. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'll ask him. So I know you saw that because you felt me channeling your great holy power. Are you proud of me, Pyraxis?
Beyond measure.
Because it's so far negative. No.
Get wrecked, Drive.
Did Drazad enchant that stone properly? It is a facet of your power I've never quite experienced before.
It feels as such.
That is good, thank you. Do you know the giant in my necklace?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
I was about to say that.
All of us giants are kin. In some manner.
Productive.
Okay, thank you, Pyraxis.
Wait, do you have another question still?
No, that was 3.
Oh, that was all 3.
Commute again.
Bye, love
Hi,
you.
it's me again. Follow up on that.
Because I was gonna
one.
ask him if he knows ear. Ask him if he knows ear more.
Who are you sending? Alex?
No,
The DM.
The god beyond gods.
In this world of D&D.
You see Drazad, that expression, walk up to you, Odd.
Mhm.
I've finished the enchantment on the rock.
Can I?
And I still need to put it in the hilt of your sword. Did you guys know Pyraxis was a giant?
I mean,
He's
a
your
giant,
god.
He's a giant dragon.
No, he's not the dragon. We've been over this before.
He made a dragon.
He is not the
He
dragon.
fucked up and made a dragon.
No.
Irimo is also a giant.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Did you not know your own god was a dragon?
A giant.
I know. I
In my mind, I said giant. I'm
No,
sorry.
I didn't know he was a dragon.
Baklava.
Okay, let's try this again. Did you not know your own god was a giant?
No, I've never I talk to him. I feel like his presence
wow,
around
fake
me.
follower.
But I don't I've never seen him. I don't even know if there's any statue.
So how does that make you feel knowing that he's a dragon?
Oh,
You almost said it.
nothing.
giant.
It makes a lot more sense, but opens up the door to a lot more questions that that Drazad did not realize would be there to have.
Well,
So,
so you follow a giant. Yay. Maybe that's why the thing underground was calling to you.
The giant
right,
forge.
Right.
Was that
Drazad still has to go. No, I don't know. No. Well, that's where I met the giant in the necklace.
Right.
Okay, we have things to do.
Yep.
Can I would you like to do the honors, or should I cast Identify on the stone to see exactly what you've done?
Oh no, go for it.
Okay.
No. Drazad should not review his own handiwork. Come on.
You don't have it prepared.
Huh?
No, he probably don't.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll cast Identify on the stone.
Okay. As you focus on the stone, you hear the voices within it beginning to swirl. It's very reminiscent of your time within the Wrath, and you feel as though what Wrath was in that vial has been properly condensed into it. As this stone is now, it would essentially allow the wielder to tap into that Wrath. Feels like a fancy container, but there's something else there. It feels that it is inherently connected to the larger pool of Wrath. But the full extent of this item may not be... It may not come into being. It may not be realized until it is utilized.
So does it look like the gem has deteriorated at all?
It does not. In
good
fact,
question.
it looks beautiful.
Like better than it looked before, huh?
Matter of opinion, but yeah.
The correct opinion.
It's subjective. Well, yeah, it seems to have worked.
Not for less.
Drazad would make something that did not work.
No, we never
No,
doubted
No,
you.
I believed in you the whole time.
I don't.
never
We've
doubted
never
you.
touched the Wrath before. You were asking a million questions.
Yeah.
I was reassuring you that it worked.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Jeez, man. I would never offend.
And now, the last step.
This Valot.
Val's hair is tied up in a bun right now.
This Valot would not have
This
Yeah,
is the nice one.
Nice one.
This is one who would die for his friends.
Aw.
That's his flaw.
That's so sweet.
Oh,
Until he's another one.
Right. And then I will. Is it Brigade?
It's like you have a forge cleric thing, right?
Probably.
Browling.
That just lets you.
Well, I'm looking.
You can forge like physical materials, so you can make the pommel the correct shape to house the gemstone.
Yeah, because I mean I fabricate and stuff like that regardless anyway. I could reshape your sword if I wanted to. Okay.
Yep. So the next step, do you need a forge to do that, like an anvil?
No.
Type of thing.
Mm-mm. No, especially not if I use like
it would
fabricator.
probably be the next night, and then we set up another type of like quiet area again for you. Give you another wink.
You could put up.
And for the sake of expediency, we can
Okay.
No.
truck it along there.
Yeah.
Not much else is happening over these
Yeah.
travel days.
In case y'all are wondering why my yarn is not in a neat, nice little ball, this is Mabel's like
Favorite toy.
kryptonite. And when she sees it, she goes insane, and she has taught Riley.
Mhm.
It's her catnip.
Yeah, so like every time I have my little bag out, if she sees it and I am gone for 5 seconds, she's after it. So I just have piles of yarn.
So, after another day of travel, you're a bit wearier, but in the distance you can see the pinnacle of the Pale Hall, one of the tallest peaks in the distance.
My Newportans.
You feel as though you draw near to Gonlodir in such a manner that you'll be there before sunset the next day. You've made good time. And so you are excited to see what manner of enchantment you may carry into those fabled halls as you begin your preparations to complete your experiment. What exactly are you doing? Odd, are you doing the honors, or someone else working on it, or?
I think.
Oh, putting the gem in the sword?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm finishing that.
Okay.
I ain't touching that. Nah.
Before he does that, though, I want to sit down with the sword and commune with the sword.
Yeah,
Okay.
Y'all got all the fun spells.
Yeah.
I can just turn into different animals.
Yeah.
I can't talk to no gods.
You have commune with nature.
No, I don't. I didn't take it.
Is that not how druid spells work? Where you
Nah.
can just like you just
Swap
pick them
them
every
out.
time?
Hot swap.
I could. I just haven't.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I want to commune with the sword before we introduce what's about to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'll find a quiet place. I'll sit down like I did before, sword in my lap, and then just kind of close my eyes and think about the echo of my mother that I saw before.
Okay. As you begin to envision this in your mind, you feel a warmth, a motherly presence around you. Although there is no physical form that takes shape, you sense that she is with you.
And I just kind of, still with my eyes closed, I'm going to say, we're going to have to make a change to your sword. And I hope you're okay with it, because I don't.
Doing it anyway.
Yeah, I don't know any other way to fight the evil that is surmounted against us, except using some of its own power against itself.
Your mission to redeem my blade, and your mission to redeem those trapped souls in Zealous, would appear to be opposing forces. But in reality, I would view them as the same.
And then I'll just say, thank you for your blessing. And then I'll get up, wipe a tear away, and go find your Zod.
Okay.
Are you crying?
No, I've been yawning like I'm so sorry.
Got him. You got him.
I really thought you were.
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean-
damn.
Oh my god.
Oh god, that's beautiful.
I mean, like, I wouldn't be judging because I've cried
No, I
like
know.
7 times over this session, this campaign.
Campaign.
No, I keep yawning because of coffee.
So, what is happening at this point? Sorry, but I have to wait for you guys to tell me.
No, I know. I'm sorry.
No. I mean, at this point, I would just.
Thunder.
I would just go. Sorry. I would go sit down, not like somewhere quiet or any like away from people at this point. But I would use probably fabricate. Yeah, I think that would be the easiest
Are
thing.
you working on putting the stone in the hilt now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And refabricate the hilt. Basically, just kind of like, essentially just reshape the hilt. I would imagine to like have like if this is like the handle of a sword with the blade, just have like the gem inlaid kind of in the middle.
Absolutely.
Is the hilt?
Or the
wooden?
pommel would be at the bottom.
That's what I'm talking
The
about.
palm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
metal.
wooden? It's metal.
It's metal.
Yeah, the whole
Oh,
thing.
because I was gonna say I could cast Entangle and like create
Rabbit.
like a wooden.
Oh, like
Enclosure.
bind around
Yeah,
it. It's up to you.
You have mending, don't you?
Fabricate lets me like,
I do.
if it's raw material and it's not like specialized or anything, I can pretty much just like
Okay.
mold it to however I
Cool.
want to.
That's kind of his shtick.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, no,
Offering.
I'm just letting. I'm not dissuading you.
claret, not.
You take your time in ascertaining the exact size necessary to fit this gem while also keeping it battle ready. When you feel your work is done, you begin to attempt to inlay the gem in the pommel, but you feel no small amount of physical resistance. Like the gem,
From the gem or the sword?
both.
Putting two
magnets
together.
Yeah.
Almost as if they're repelling each other.
Is there a curse on the sword?
Well, I think it's two
the-
separate magical. The sword's already magical.
I'm like off to the side, just sitting there, like, "What? Yeah, hey,
We might have a problem.
okay."
I don't think whatever energy your mom may have put in this sword wants to be bound with the wrath. Like it all.
She just, she gave me her blessing.
Right.
Let's try something. And I'm gonna ritual cast first detect magic.
Uh-huh.
When he tries like to put them together, are the magics doing anything
The
weird?
magics are sort of swirling against each other, almost like envisioning a magnetic field.
Mm-hmm.
Does it tell you what type
Try
of magic?
turning.
That was it. No.
Can you tell what types it is?
Yeah, the schools. I mean, I would assume they're both enchantment, just like slightly different colors to see that they're opposing each other.
The gemstone doesn't necessarily have a school of magic associated with the wrath, but the gemstone itself is enchanted. The sword itself is,
I'm going
I
to.
guess it would be evocation or transmutation, maybe.
I'm gonna grab the hilt of the sword and try and bridge the gap.
Okay.
Meaning, like, hold it for Jazad while he tries to put it in. Putting the energy that I feel in the sword kind of at bay so he can get it. He can put it in.
Okay.
Hey-o.
I'm trying so hard.
Yeah, we did it!
I was just living my best life over here. I wouldn't say nothing.
I made so many faces.
I
so
can see you on my
hard.
peripheral.
Oh.
Odd, as you attempt to bridge that gap, You feel from both the gemstone and the sword a pulsing, soft, rhythmic hum that resonates through the air. The sound deepens and intensifies as you edge the jewel closer to the pommel of the sword. God damn it, Sam.
Morgan also raised her eyebrows.
Low whispers begin to rise and evolve into distant, echoing cries. But you remember what your mother told you about how opposing forces may just be so similar. And so, although there is that opposing magnetic energy, it eventually does begin to relinquish, and with a final subtle shift, the stone surrenders, setting with a resounding click into the pommel's embrace. I'm going to have everyone leave the room except for Odd.
Ooh. Ha!
You withdraw your hand to find something unexpected. A brilliant crimson ruby, glowing with an inner fire, now resides at the weapon's base. But as the sword pulses under your fingers, you sense more has shifted in that moment of binding. No longer are you surrounded by the rolling hills of Freudan countryside, framed by the pale halls far in the distance. And no longer are the cries and screams you heard quite so distant anymore. All around you now exists an utter calamity that leaves you paralyzed as an armored woman grips you with a metallic hand and shakes the feeling into your bones. Zave, snap out of it. There's still too much to... Princess Cena! They've taken the tower and set a blaze within it! The woman glances back into your eyes for only a moment as she compels you. Do your duty. She rushes away in the direction of the call as she shouts out to your red-caped allies. I will retake the tower. All of you continue evacuating the area. We can no longer protect them here. What do you do?
I am Zabe.
In this moment,
Yeah.
you are Zave.
And I said I will protect the tower, right?
Princess Cena said that.
And she ordered me to take
Do your duty.
do my duty.
And ordered you and the rest of your red-caped allies to complete evacuation of the area.
I can't. As her, I would be like, I can't leave your side, princess. I'm charged to protect you.
You must. Zave, what is important is the people. I must save my brother. Leave that to me.
She. You heard the princess. Form up. We have to get these people to safety. And she turns and orders their battalion forward.
As you begin marshaling your battalion through the streets, you see demonic figures in the smoke and fog of this sideways battle. Magic is cast from out of the shadows as your enemies swarm you. Some are able to escape with the civilians of Inniset, but others are struck down in the process. As the fighting now takes to the streets, it seems that the forces of Zealous were not held by the walls around Inniset. It is in this moment that you recall the close proximity of your own family to this area. What do you do?
I try and save as many people as possible. I think is what Zave would have done. Am I like as odd in this moment?
In a way.
Yeah.
You feel almost like you're reliving a memory of your mother's, a memory of this blade, and in a way, a memory of the wrath as well.
I'll I feel like in this moment, me and her are aligned in what matters most is protecting these people from these demons.
Okay.
And by moving around the battlefield and striking down demons and also protecting people with her radiance, definitely flare up and use like the same type of things same type of gifts that I have as Ismar that she had, and use those things as being a beacon of light.
In this moment in Zave's life, she is every bit as much the fighter as you are now as Odd. Your movements are swift, powerful. Both your shield and sword carry with them the expertise of a seasoned veteran. And so you strike down enemies. You save those who need saving. And as you feel the tides of battle beginning to turn, the earth shakes with an intensity that causes you to question the very stability of the prime material. Smoke and debris enshroud you in a forceful wave that sends you tumbling backwards. For a moment, the world is silent again and the fighting stops. You nearly embrace the trap of tranquility. The quiet flittering of dust in the air as it drifts over your old friend Mr. Taldrin's shop, slips over the mist-born river, past your neighbor's kitchen window, before settling against an enormous slab of stone rubble where your home should be, but isn't. Suddenly, the stillness goes sour and slights you, revealing the bliss of peace to be nothing but hollowness and panic. Iniset's shining edifice tower has fallen at the hands of the enemy, and you've been unable to protect anything. The weight of the loss is immeasurable and oppressive. Your sword and shield have never felt heavier as you struggle to stand. Your vision blurs, but finally, your hearing begins to return. The battle indeed rages on around you, leaving your body frozen in time, until you hear a maniacal laugh from just beyond the smoke. It ignites your wrath. What do you do?
With tears both in my eyes and in Zave's eyes, and that edge of crying anger and rage, she picks up her sword and her shield and charges at the laughter, it being the source of the pain.
Caution no longer holds any place within your mind, and your heart sends a fresh rush of strength to your arms and legs as you blaze forward through the ruins of Iniset. The laughing swells louder. Coaxing your blade above your head as you prepare to strike out against your tormentor. Just as the weight of it begins to cut downward, you see their face, mouth agape, as they cry out in pain. Ah! 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 You halt, momentum nearly carrying you over in a tumble, when you find this red tiefling pinned beneath another large section of the fallen tower. Please, don't! The tiefling's eyes trace up to your raised sword, and they wince in sight of the crimson red stone in the pommel. What do?
I slow my blade, like confused, what happened to the laughing thing?
You begin to realize that this tiefling's cries of pain in the heat of battle, in the heat of this intense moment, was confused for you as laughing, but was in fact cries of pain.
I drop down and I use lay on hands on him to restore whatever instance he has, and then try and lift the stone.
Okay. As you begin to heal him, you see others of your order begin to question your actions. Zave, what are you doing? He's the enemy! As they clash with another tiefling, one of them is struck by a firebolt across the face. They fall to the ground.
She turns and she says, This man needs help.
As you heal their surface level wounds, you see them beginning to rest a bit easier, but their leg is still pinned by this rubble. How are you trying to? Are you just trying to lift it, or?
When I say this man needs help, what is the reaction from my colleagues?
Make an insight check.
Nat 20.
Oh wow! You can
And
tell
a bunch more.
that almost instantly they are racked with confusion. Some of them even look disgusted and angry based on what is occurring, that you would stop protecting the city of Inniset to save the life of an enemy.
When you said that demons were attacking, did you mean like tieflings? Like, is that who is coming against the city?
They are tieflings.
These are the tieflings of
Zealous.
This is
the attack on Inniset.
Oh, okay.
And I was intentionally vague about that because that is how Zave would have seen it.
Yeah. And she'll look at the guy on the ground, look at the tiefling on the ground, and look back at her pupil, and she's like, we cannot kill in cold blood.
They are preoccupied.
I know.
But your words seem to echo across the hollow expanse of rubbled homes, flames licking at the sides of buildings, debris hanging heavy in the air, making it hard to even breathe. Your words seem to echo out into the expanse.
She will then turn back and try and lift that stone.
Okay. Make an athletics check for me.
Okay.
No. It counts! No, just kidding.
I'll take something. Chat. Okay. That is an 18.
Okay. With your 18, but we'll flavor it this way because you did take a roll from chat.
Mm-hmm.
You begin to try and lift as Zave, but your legs are giving out. You have been fighting for days. Weeks even prior to arriving in Inniset. The stone shifts but doesn't quite lift, and as you lay it back down, you hear the tiefling cry out again. Ah! Thinking, or rather not thinking, you grab your sword and begin to use it as leverage, lifting from the blade end of it because it was all you could think to grab. And as you wrench the stone off, the tiefling begins to scamper out, hobbling. And when you pull your sword out, the ruby ting, 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 skitters out from the pommel into the smoke, falling into the river as it is washed away. This, of course, is of little concern to you. There are more important matters at hand, as this tiefling has now been freed, and they eye you, wondering if you are friend or foe at this point.
Your fight is ended. Go.
I can't.
Do not make me lift this sword against you.
I wouldn't dream of it. I didn't want to be
Only
here.
to save your life in one breath and strike you down in the next.
Please, help me get out of here.
Oh, she's torn. She is so torn right now. No, she can't. Run.
He turns and begins to hobble into the mist. And as you set him free, you feel the anxiety, the tension, the intensity of war beginning to release as your consciousness is odd begins to permeate the situation. You now feel this sense of renewed understanding. And through the shouting of many voices, you are granted a singular power when the enchantment succeeds. A union of opposites. So with that, we will call everyone back in. If you would text them, that's just a little bit easier for you to do. I will send you the details of your new and improved magic item. And if chat is curious, I'll read it out to you guys as well. I'm very proud of this. I think it's freaking cool. Specifically, I did make it in D&D Beyond, so you can add it to your character sheet.
Nice.
But I will send it to you privately in case you want to keep it a surprise from the rest of them.
100%.
Chat. This doesn't necessarily matter, but the weapon can now be used as a spellcasting focus, so long as you have proficiency with it. Sort of like Ruby of the War Mage. But if you use your weapon as a spellcasting focus, you may upcast the spell by 1 additional level. When you do, roll a death saving throw. If your roll is a success, the next attack you land with the net weapon deals an extra die of fire, cold, lightning, thunder, or psychic damage. And any death failures you roll remain until you long rest.
Oh, nice.
So it's very flavorful with
That's
the way
fun.
Wrath works.
Yeah.
Because of all the runes? Because of all the runes, you're resistant to a bunch of things?
Yes.
That's dope.
What you all see is Odd finally overcome the resistance from the gemstone and the blade as it sets in. You hear that firm click, and he nearly doubles over.
In pain?
No, just
Exhausted.
wooziness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm assuming with the detect magic that the magic's now like all unified.
It is unified.
Well, similarly, it seems to have worked, but I don't want to offend you like I doubted you. I am just reassuring you as he looks at Drasad.
I could tell it worked odd. I did not need to cast any spells. How are you feeling? Are you okay? Do you need healing? You seem woozy, and I don't know if that's...
You need a hug?
Like, right.
Do you want to be something else? I can polymorph you. That's the only help I can provide.
Make me a duck. No, it
The con save.
there was a vision and a clash and a battle, and would seem like a lifetime that just passed in the last couple seconds for me. I think we're aligned on what we need to do with this sword.
Well, good.
And what is that?
Vanquish a dragon. What else?
But then get rid of the wrath.
Oh, right. Yes, right. Yeah.
I think that's the most important part.
Yeah, but we need like a wish spell almost to accomplish that.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get there.
So, as you wrap up a long night of travel and enchanting and envisioning, you now complete your journey both physically and spiritually as you approach Gonladir. On the following day, the mountain range looms ahead, a pale white, unbroken shadow into the clouds as you approach Gonladir.
At some point before we got to this point, I had wanted to send in Kish.
Okay. You can do that now.
You can use the earring.
I think you can
just
tell what I'm
have
gearing up to
sending.
do. So
Yeah.
so do it now.
Yeah, I just have sending. So it's back. Your favorite thing that I would do, where I just send
That's
a
fine.
random person every
I
session.
actually kind of like being Kish. I feel like I get to channel my inner angel, and
now
I
I don't.
love
Now I
that.
don't have to bug Drazad, and he has to be like, I don't have that spell prepared. So yeah, I'm gonna send in Kish. Do you know that the threat we
Riley?
face is not of this reality? If so, how does Caranton plan to respond?
So, I think you guys have actually talked to Kish about this already
Did we not? Did we?
in the last like sort of travel montage.
Who we talked to?
Did you send in Kish about this already? That we
sending-
told them that they're. from
I
a
do
different-
remember acting as Kish at one point.
I've sent
Yeah.
in Kish before, but I don't.
Yeah, but
Oh, wait.
was it about the fact that this one is from a different reality?
I'm almost positive that came up, but just in
Okay.
case it didn't.
Well, yeah, and I would want to know like what's Caranton's plan either way. So if it did, then cut the first bit off and just what's Caranton's plan for dealing with.
So that was back in session 41 after my alone time. That was whenever I was sending everybody.
yeah,
Y'all
y'all hit Kish. I know it
don't
for sure.
We did.
have
yeah.
any notes.
I just don't remember
It's
what we
fine. I just,
I do remember that. Yeah.
regardless,
Yeah.
she would respond. Well, Lord Caranton is indeed aware of this trans-reality threat. Trans-reality is one word.
Yeah.
We are assessing the best course of action currently. And will aid in any future battle. That's exactly 25 words.
We got a trans-dimensional dragon on our side.
Nice.
Cool. I would send him back, and she doesn't have to respond, but just as like a thank you, and it was good to hear from you.
You as well, Val. Stay safe. And Valoth, you would know this, but Caranton doesn't leave his lair normally. There's a chance that he shows
Yeah,
up.
he
but-
does. Hey, Chad, you heard it here first. When we get into that fight, Chaos is gonna bring Caranton.
I didn't say it on my chest, but I mean,
I'll just try to planar bind him.
He
Pull him
comes.
into
We
the
magic
magic
circle
circle.
him.
Stay here.
You're mine now.
You his pet.
so, on the eve of your third day of travel, a patchwork township sprawls like stubborn growth upon the mountainside, rugged and lively despite the harsh surroundings. Here, merchants, smiths, and traders live out their days in rough tents and weathered stone huts, their lives bound to the grandeur they can only see but never touch. Eyes from every direction trail your steps, their gazes a mixture of weary curiosity and tempered envy. Some stare with undisguised judgment, others with longing, their lives shaped by the endless waiting, lingering in the shadow of a city that remains locked, its secrets just out of reach. And that is where we will end our session for
Oh my
tonight.
gosh, I wasn't expecting the end.
We're there. We're at time.
I was
I
waiting
know.
for
I
that.
thought it was gonna
You
come
meet
out.
the Oracle.
That-
Roll initiative.
That's why I was like I wanted to sending someone while we were traveling.
You meet the Oracle, and it's Luciana.
Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us during our return to this main campaign. We are going to be doing this again next week. I can't wait to see what you guys uncover in the great city of Gonladir, should you make it past its very impregnable gates. But until then, go out there and make some chaos. Bye.
You're getting good at that.
Can you drop that item in my inventory?